Come on, baby, you know what I want. Only you, my girl. I've never ever felt this love, oh. Baby, every little thing you do, you blow in my mind, my girl. I no go ever fight with you. Oh, baby, buy me, delay me.
I tell her me she give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer.
Buy me, delay me.
Come make you give me one time. Oh, you my man killer, bad
oh, baby, buy me, delay me.
Give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer.
Buy me, delay me.
Give me two times.
Buy me, delay me.
Man killer, bad man killer, yeah.
Tease me, I want you, girl, come please me, Come close, make you kiss me, You tell make you please, no leave me, yeah. Alicia Keys, I'll take you down on a low. Oh yeah, you sexy, sweet and you're beautiful. I see my baby sweeter than gelato. Yeah. And I beg you, make you bounce and low.
Yeah, I know you crazy. You let me know when you need it. I give you my word. Oh baby, your body, girl, is so wavy. Come on, baby, you know what I want. Only you, my girl. I've never ever felt this love, oh. Baby, every little thing you do, you blow in my mind, my girl. I no go ever fight with you. Oh, baby, buy me, delay me.
I tell her me she give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Come make you give me one time. Oh, you my man killer, bad
oh, baby, buy me, delay
yeah.
me.
Give me one time. Man killer, bad man
Buy me, delay me.
Give me two times.
Buy me, delay me.
Man killer, bad
Baby, you
man
the one
killer,
I
yeah.
want. Come on. Exclusivity in your heart. I don't wanna share this. Baby, you're the one I need. Yeah. Your body waving to the gentle touching of my hand.
Come on, baby, you know what I want. Only you, my girl. I've never ever felt this love, oh. Baby, every little thing you do, you blow in my mind, my girl. I no go ever fight with you.
I tell her me she give me one time.
One time.
Man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Come make you give me one time. Oh, you my man killer, bad man killer, yeah.
Sushiraw.
Give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Give me two times. Man killer, bad man
Baby, buy me,
killer, yeah.
delay me. Buy me, delay me. Oh baby, buy me, delay me. Buy me, delay me. Buy me, delay me. Delay me.
I tell her she give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Come make you give me one time. Oh, you my man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Give me one time. Man killer, bad man killer, yeah. Give me two times. Man killer, bad man killer, yeah.
What is up? What it do? This is yeah. Strange. Oh, microphone is too. Maybe it's this. Hey. What is up? What it do? Welcome back to another episode of Club Shada, episode 102. 102. Can you imagine? In a few we'll be at 150, then 200. That's crazy. I've been looking for my blue glasses. I can't find them, so I had to go black glasses. Anyway, I put my this show is brought to you by shadaware.com, and I hope everybody is fine. I hope everybody is in good spirits. I hope everybody had a great week, like I had a great weekend. I'm gonna tell you a bit about it, but look, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com, and I want to welcome to the Shada gang every brand new subscriber who is subscribed to this channel. If you're not subscribed yet, first of all, close the chat, click on like, click on subscribe, click on the notification bell, and then come back to the chat. Here you have all the latest subscribers, so I want to give a warm welcome to Axel, Kushel, Lloydie, Junior, Yannick, Narindra. Yo, that's a long name. You must be from that island. You must be from Madagascar. Big B's Entertainment, Frida, Gladys, etc., etc., etc. Welcome to Club Shada. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. I'm having I don't know, the sound is low in my headphones. I don't know what I changed. What did I touch to make this happen? But here, whatever. Maybe it's just because this is not well done. Anyway, so listen. I put my Shadaware attire, and look. You know what I have on me? I have the dollar t-shirt that you can find on shadaware.com. When I wear the cash rules, everything around me, you know what it means? It means we're gonna talk business. So tonight I'm here to talk to you about a lot of things. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time that I wanted to talk about beat makers, how to make money when you are a beat maker, and tonight's the night. Tonight is the night. You noticed a few changes. You're gonna notice a few changes on here. Brand new logo for Club Shada. Brand new disposition. Now you can hear, instead of playing the same song over and over again during the live, I now have a playlist. There's a Club Shada playlist that I will put the link in the description. And you can, every time you want to know what song is playing in the back, it's going to be here now. So I move the icons here. And new logo designed by myself. So that's the logo. I did it here. I had a few versions of the logo. And I spent the morning trying different versions, designing different versions, and to show you how I did it. Oops, that was horrible. So I was trying to find the right font to do it, and it was kind of hard to find the right one. But I wanted something that looks like a signature. You see what I mean? So I ended up choosing this one. And it might change in the future. I'm still not, it's always a work in progress. I keep That's the one I chose. But you know me, I keep changing the as we go. I change. What's going on with you here? Yeah, as we go, I change it. I add stuff. So, but yeah, kind of like it. I want first of all to give a big thank you to all our sponsors. Your names are here, and to our stream royalty, the Shada Gang boss, Mr. Robert Ford Jr., who gave a donation of $100. So many thanks to all the sponsors. I hope all the beat makers are in the house, because tonight, c'est la guerre. My brother Stevie Beats Production, how are you? I hope you're fine. Nadia, how are you? I hope you're good. I hope everybody is putting their likes already. Look, see? Already 80 people, and I only see 8 likes. It's not normal. Everybody, stop what you're doing, cut the chat, put a like, and come back. I want to see the likes go up. That would be cool. My guy, BG Luis, what up, brother? Oh, come on, respect. You always have to put the intro first. You put the intro. After the intro, you put some music. Then we talk. That's what Club Shada is about. Let me know if the music is too loud in the back. I think it's okay, but because I don't have the same mix as you in my earrings and my earphones, so I'm not sure how it sounds for you. Usually it's fine, but I don't know, today it sounded strange for me. Miss Jujuzinha, I hope you're fine. I hope your birthday celebration was fine. Everybody put some hearts in the chat for Jujuzinha, who's celebrating 18. She's out of the how you call this in the porn industry, the barely 18. What do you do, Tatiana? How are you, sister? I hope you're good. Thank you so much. The name of the music is always down here now. Lil Maro, what do you do, my brother? I hope you're good. What up, Irvin from South Africa? How are you? Welcome to the Club Shada. Make sure you subscribe. A lot of Hennessy in that cup. You should know I don't drink alcohol. What it do, Danny? How are you? What it do, Master Electronic? What up, brother? Long time. Did my Dogecoin reach 100,000? Didn't you see that the market crash? I woke up losing, I think I lost $15,000 this morning. So, but you know, that's the market. It goes up crazy, and then it goes down crazy. And then while everybody is selling because they're afraid, you buy some more, and then it goes up even more crazy. And that's when you make money. You know how we do. Master Electronic, how are you, brother? Long time. Now that you're a fan of body, you don't come here anymore. You don't come say hi to your brothers, huh? To the Shada Gang, where you were born. You're a bodies now. I see you. I see you giving donations out there all the time. I'm joking. What it do, Moto Music? Are you ready for the masterclass today? I'm on fire today. I'm gonna tell you my yesterday. I'm gonna tell you my yesterday. My yesterday was crazy. Matt Music, what up, brother? Come for the ride. Invite all the beat makers you know, because tonight I'm gonna give you 13 points. 13 points on how to make money as a beat maker. Because you know, People see me as this king of kizomba, king of zouk, king of coupe de calais, king of this, singer, rapper. I'm a beat maker. I see myself as a beat maker. Look, all these beats that you hear in the back, that's the beats that I do. That's what I do when I chill. I make beats. I sing for fun, for money. But what I love to do is making beats. Yes, everybody wish a happy birthday to the Queen Juju. Yeah, Mr. Roger Muntu. Roger, listen. You and me are gonna talk via DM or WhatsApp. And you're gonna tell me the date where you're free. And then you're gonna be my guest here and we're gonna talk. Because we didn't talk for a long time. Last time we talked was when you took me somewhere in a big house in the suburbs, and I was like, yo, my brother got money. Look at these Congolese guys with money in the US. Yay. Oh my God, this girl. We here. Mr. Ralph Inazana, what up, brother? Kinshasa was amazing, bro. You have to check my live from episode 100. So that's 2 episodes before. I tell all about Kinshasa. But I'm gonna send you. You my student tonight. I like this. I've been working a lot. I almost collapsed. I do not sleep. A lot of rig fixation on mining coins. Damn. You making that crypto money. I would love to mine. But you know, if I start mining, I wouldn't mine here. I would mine in Congo. In the middle of the plantation, create a farm, a solar farm, climatization, bunch of graphic cards, and they just work. And they just mining all kind of coins. I had to use you the other day, man. I told these Togolese and Ivorian girl that I was a friend of Kaysha. They was like, what, really? Guys have been using me forever. Guys used to hate me until they realized that, oh, we can use this guy to have sex. Yeah, happy birthday, Julie. Again. What up, DJ Alma? Ready for the masterclass? It's just on the intro, don't worry. We're gonna start. We have a lot to uncover. Moto, get ready. This gonna be something. You was on timeout. Who put you on timeout? What the hell? How did you get in timeout? That's strange. What did you put to be on timeout? I don't have no option that puts users on timeout for whatever reason. I have to check it out. Let me know what was your last comment so I can understand, or send me by WhatsApp what happened, because that's strange. So I have to make sure that this doesn't happen again, because yeah, that's strange. I don't want my bots to stop acting on their own. All these free bots, they're just here to give information and send people to places where I get money, not to put people on timeout. Look at this. Message deleted by stream element. Message better than view deleted message. You did, K. What? Let me go check this bot. What the hell? And he didn't say nothing special. That shit is crazy. It's not me. It's Stream Elements I'm seeing. Stream Elements timed you out for 300 seconds, but let me see why. Because this bot has no reason to. Or maybe because you use all caps. I know I have a all caps protection, but wait. Let me check my modules. Let me see my modules. Chat alert, Twitter, 8ball. Okay, chat alerts. Nothing, that's not that. Chat commands, spam filters. Caps protection. Remove message containing excessive amount of capital letters. And then he puts a timeout. The fuck? I don't want a timeout. Let me just remove that. Okay, there's a cap protection. So because you wrote all caps, you see, because you wrote all caps, he just turned on the caps protection and he timed you out for 300 seconds. So try again to put it. Try it. Put anything all caps to see if it is disabled. Damn. This bot is crazy. Take a look. That was the thing. So it was cap protection and there's no. I should put a message. So it put people on timeout. No, I don't want that. I just wanted to remove things, but I don't need people to be on timeout. Link protection, I don't need. Facebook has it. Mode. Okay, interesting. All right. Anyway, my bad, bro. You see, the stream is protected. The beats are they play on their own. It's random. It's a playlist of a bunch of beats, but there's no instrumentals from famous songs. It's just other instrumentals that I do. So there's no request. If you want to request, you have to wait for the music stream where you can send a donation to listen to any song from the catalog, but that's not tonight. Tonight it's tonight we talk. You on timeout as well? Let me see. Motor music was on timeout. Okay, that shit is crazy. Well, I just removed the timeout thing. Oh my god. The bots are acting like Skynet from it. Yeah. They're having a mind of their own. I would love to have a bot that talks to people. And people can talk to the bot and stuff. I'm gonna check if this exists. I'm gonna install it. What I would love to do is I would love to have the ability to rename the bots and give them an icon. But yeah. Oh my god. What it do, Mr. Joel? I have a list of words. So those free bots don't do nothing, but I have a list of words on the YouTube chat directly. So I don't use these bots, but I have a long list of words like, you know, racist words, racist terms, homophobic terms that when you use them or when you use swearing, most of the time you are not blocked, but your chat, your whatever you say is I can see it, but you cannot see it. It doesn't appear in the chat unless I go. So just to show you how it goes, here I see the chat here on the side, and if you say something that the chat believes is not appropriate, I will see it, and it will ask me if I want to keep it hidden, or if I want to ban the person, or if I want to keep the. So I can choose, for example, here if I want to report, remove the person, put user a timeout, etc., etc. So sometimes some people put stuff in the chat, and their message don't arrive as far because I have to accept it. So most of the time I do it here. Yeah, that's a whole operation. 150 people tonight. That's cool. So let's get on to the shits. Talking about swearing. I'm gonna have to start checking on my swearing because I want to start having sponsors and selling this place here. So for that I need to, I'm not gonna talk differently than how I talk, but just be more careful a little bit. Oh, Mr. Snake DZ, what up, brother? I think you should invite fans to talk to. Well, I did. I do that. 2 episodes ago, the chat was open. So you should watch all the old episodes and you're going to realize that most of your ideas I've been doing them. But thanks for the idea. So listen, this was what I did. Actually, I've been trying to not drink on the bottle, I have to show the example to my daughter and my son. So that's why I brought a glass. How was my weekend? So yesterday, Saturday, my wife decided that actually my wife's little sister said, "Oh, I'm taking your daughter to my house, so you guys can spend the weekend together." So we're like, "Hey, all right, cool. It's gonna be a weekend en amoureux, nice." So we spent the day. We cleaned the house. We chilled a bit. We went for a walk on the waterfront because Lisbon is now almost completely open. So we went outside. We went for a walk. My wife is doing the Ramadan. So I'm a Buddhist, but by solidarity, and it's a good diet as well. I was like, yeah, I'll do it with you. So we've been doing it for 3 days. So we start feeling like, since we spent the whole day not eating anything, we just start feeling tired very early. So by, I say 6 p.m., we were back at the house. We chilled. We start watching TV, just what lovers do after 7 years together. Just sit on the sofa and you watch TV. And then I was like, I'm not gonna work. And actually we decided to go to sleep early. So we in bed, and actually I wanted to put some movie, watch something together, chill, Netflix and chill with the wife. By 11:30 I hear, I was like, what? She's sleeping already. So since she was sleeping, I started to put the programs that she hates. Take the remote control, go on YouTube and start watching all my shows about cryptocurrencies, about NFTs, about the things I'm interested in. And so now we're here, and I was watching some video. I think I fell asleep a little bit. And by 1 a.m., I wake up a bit again. So I go back to watching what I was watching, and something started frustrating me. All of a sudden, I was thinking of all the songs of my album that should be finished because I started them like some of them I started them 2 years or 3 years ago, and most of them are ready. My vocals are mixed. It's just that there's a hole for the people that I invited on these songs. Everybody that's supposed to be featured on those songs. Actually, one of those beats are from Snake Dizzy. I have to mix the beat again. It's the brother beat. I think I'm going to remove the brother for when the chorus arrives. So I have to make sure I have all the tracks, etc. And unless you want to mix it, Snake, we'll see. Anyway, back to the story. So I'm thinking about all these people, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm missing featurings from that person, and I'm starting to count the number of people that I've been waiting for forever. All these people, when you tell them, hey, jump on this song, they say, yeah, let's go, and then they disappear. So I understand. There's life, there's pandemic, there's so much thing going on that, yeah, whatever. But it's been years now, and I was just like, you know what? Around 120, I start really getting frustrated. I was actually not even listening to my show. I was watching one show that is live called On the Chain. It's about cryptocurrency. And I was not even listening to what they were saying because I was getting frustrated, and I was kind of insulting everybody in my head. And then I just stood up. I came back to the living room. I turned on the computer, and I took that song with the beat from Snake Dizzy. That's the first one I turned on. It's a song called All the Good Girls. So I was supposed to record it with a guy. This guy, he recorded a little bit of the song, and that's it. I remove all his vocals, and I just improvise some vocals on the spot. You know, I don't write anymore. I just improvise whatever comes. I just turn on my microphone, turn on my plugs, turn on the auto-tune, second verse, drop a verse, boom, boom, finish the song, mix the song. Then I was like, okay, what's next? By 2 a.m., I had 2 songs done. Then I turned on this other song that I was supposed to do, and I'm still waiting for the singer, because the singer invents whatever. I was just like, beautiful on my piano. I was like, I was checking the last time the artist sent me a message telling me, yeah, I'm ready to do it, don't worry. And I was like, this was a month ago. I just recorded some vocals as well. Same thing, don't write, just improvise. Listen to the first verse and just continue whatever I'm saying. Boom, third song, automation, mix the vocals in the same levels as the rest of the vocals. Boom, next song, record a fourth song. But by 4 a.m., I had 4 songs ready. After that, I had this beat that I did a long time ago. Same thing. I've been waiting for people to sing on that song forever. Not, you know, it happens a lot. Sometimes you have this song, you know it's a hit, but everybody doesn't understand. They're like, oh, you know, but I'm not sure. And I was like, fuck everybody. Let me record. Boom. Record song number 5. By 5 a.m., I had all my songs recorded. Everything recorded, everything mixed. And I was like, okay, perfect. Put them back in the folder of the album, change the color. I have color codes, so I put them all in green for mixed, ready to master. Then I'm like, okay, it's 5. Let me go back to bed. Then I see a message from an artist in Congo called Samarino, and he sent me an amapiano beat. Great beat. And he was like, oh, you know, I'm waiting for you to finish the album. And I was like, Put the session of his song. He put some space for me to record. Boom. Improvise some lyrics. Record that one as well. Song number 6. Then I was like, am I going back to bed? Then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I have this song by Lil Maro and Napoleon. Boom. Record the 7th song. By 6 a.m., I'm hearing, quick. I hear the birds outside. I'm like, damn. should go to sleep. So I went back to bed and I put back my crypto program on YouTube. I watched the replay and I fell asleep listening to that. And by 10 a.m. I was awake. I was like, what just happened? So at 10 a.m., 10:30, I went back to the computer to listen to everything that I did, because sometimes I just record stuff, then I don't remember nothing. So I just reopened everything, rechecked all the mix, make sure that, because the 6 a.m. ears are not great. I made sure everything was mixed well, everything was fine. And then, I was happy. And I was like, wow, I just finished like 7 songs and 5 for the album So some of them I have, like the Snake DZ one, I just have to finish the beat, the mixing the beat, or sending the structure to Snake so he can mix it back. But I mean, it doesn't even need to mix it. It sounds already great, but just to go with the new structure I did. But I'm happy that I finished all these songs, because as I'm finishing this album, I'm also starting the next album number 11. I already have probably 15 songs for album number 11. So I cannot be there waiting for people. So, I'm going to send messages to everybody when they're going to wake up. Yo, what about our song? I'll be like, yeah, next album, next year, 2022, I'll release another album. So maybe you'll be ready this time. So, record now, because I'm having too many songs. This album gonna have 50 songs, and I have way more than 50 songs. I have probably 75 songs. So I'm keeping the 50 for this one. 25 are already going to the next album. So yeah. And by the time I have another 25, so which means like at the end of this year, I will be already working on album number 12. That's my new normal. So don't worry, bro. I'm coming. I'm gonna check where we are with this beat, and I'm gonna send you everything I need for the brother beat. Exactly. Don't forget to put your likes. There's 2 times more people watching than people liking. So I want to see your life. Thank you so much. You should see the back of the jacket. Look. A panda. Un gâte coin mal sauvagement. Hello, Lydie. How are you, beautiful? Oh, listen. I'm gonna do a next live. No, not the next night. Next live we have Benzi as a guest. So the next Sunday, I'm gonna do a special album. I'm gonna start doing an early listening session of the songs that are ready, the songs that are not ready, the songs that still need featurings, and yeah, listen, I can invite you in a song. Sure, it's not a problem. I have so many songs, I don't have a problem. Thank you so much. What up, Emmanuel? Listen, I'm a machine. Thank you, bro. Calm down, respect. Calm down. Calm down. We're going to talk about all that stuff. Not 10 a.m., 6 a.m. So listen, let's talk about today's subject. I have a list. I have a list of all the things that you can do and all the ways that you can make money. It's not all the ways. It's not an exhaustive list, but it's just a list of everything that I did in my life. So it's not, of course, there's a lot of other ways, but I'm gonna tell you all the ways that in my life I made. Oh, see. Oh, I was telling you about the chat protection. Let me show you how it works. See? Snake DZ said shit. Oh shit. So boom. Message flag. I want it to appear. I just say show. And boom, it appears. See what I mean? And now it will appear on the chat. No swearing. Listen, my inner inspiration, especially when I come back from Africa, is like, yeah, listen. So, shall we talk about, I start making beats when I was 8 years old. If I can call this making beats. I stopped playing with synthesizers when I was 8 years old. And I start discovering that I liked doing it. And at that time, I had no idea that I would make money selling beats and making beats for other people, and all the different things that I discovered that are the ways to make money as a beat maker. At that time, I just wanted to, I just wanted to make music. That's all I cared about. I want to make music. I want people to like my music. I want to give. I remember I used to exchange beats for floppy drives back then, because I needed a lot of floppy drives to put my samples in. So French rappers would come to my house with a floppy, and in exchange of the floppy, you would have a beat. And I did beats for a lot of rappers in Paris back in the 90s. And I learned that there's so many ways to generate money for making beats. And it's so funny that listen, I'm not gonna tell you my backstory because it's not about me. It's about you guys. It's about us, the beat makers. Let's start with point number one. My point number one that I wrote was, how to make money as a beat maker. Point number one, don't be a little sensitive bitch. That's the point number one. Stop crying about things. Stop crying about clients. Stop crying about blah 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 blah. Oh, there's too many beat makers. Oh, this, oh that. They're stealing my samples. Oh, they're stealing my style. Oh, yeah. You will go nowhere in business, because we're here to talk about business. We're not here to talk about your emotions. You will not go far in business if you take decision based on your emotions. You have to take these matters when it comes to business. You have to think as you have to be cold. You have to take intelligent decisions that are based on thoughts. Crying about the market will take you nowhere. Never. Like, I talked to so many beat makers, and all they do, artists as well, but all they do is cry. You know what I don't do? Cry about the business. Because the business doesn't care about your emotions. The business is the business. The business will go on if you're here or if you're not here. If you participate in the business, you're a participant. If you don't participate in the business will continue without you. This is rule number one of trying to make money as a beat maker. Stop crying like a little bitch. That's really like, that's the rule number one. Instead of crying, this is what you should do. Understand the marketplace. Understand the landscape. If it's like I put you inside of a new city, and or even a city that you grew up in, and you come back after 10 years, and you here in the street and you cry because you don't find the bakery anymore, because there used to be a bakery here in the street and the bakery is not here anymore. Crying will not help you. What will help you, what do you do, Ellis boys? What will help you is understanding where is the new bakery. Oh, I don't see the bakery anymore. Where's the bakery? They took the bakery. Where am I gonna get my bread? Go around the streets and find a new bakery. You might even find 5. Just go, look. Oh, there's a bakery here. Oh, nice. I don't like their bread. Walk some more. Ooh, I like this one. I like that one. I don't like that one. Okay, I know not far from my house, there are 3 bakeries. Okay, where's the bank now? Where's the pharmacy? That's what you do when you get to a new neighborhood, right? The marketplace is the same thing. The marketplace has changed so much in the last 10 years that what you have to do is update yourself to understand how the marketplace works. What is different with the marketplace today? There's one specific difference that changed everything in the market. It's the fact that, and it's gonna come to point number 2, but it's the fact that instead of having 10 beat makers and 10 talented beat makers that can sell their beats for a high price, you now have probably 10,000 beat makers. And if you learn a little bit of economics like me, you understand that because of the theory of offer and demand, because the offer is now higher than the demand, the prices go down. So you cannot sell a beat for 2,000 euros like we used to do back in the days, because there's too many beat makers. And unless your brand has this value, like your name is Dr. Dre and you can sell a beat for 100K, not because your beat is different or it's better or whatever. No, it's because your name is Dr. Dre. The beats are amazing, of course. If your name is Dr. Dre, Timbaland, Neptune, your beats are amazing. But in the end, it's just samples, melodies, and the electricity that you use. And we all use the same samples. We all use the same, some people will find crazy ideas, but what I mean is that if you just take a beat for what it is, yeah, it's samples, chords, synths, and a good mix, and yeah, and then it's the name of the person who does it. Because if you think about it, a lot of the Neptune beats, for example, were fairly simple beats in terms of the ideas were amazing, right? But everything was chord triton. They use every synth in every preset in the chord triton, plus they had their signature drum. Once you find that it's the chord triton and you have one, and you get their samples, and you can do beats that sound like them. But because you are not the Neptunes, you will not be able to sell them for 100K. You're gonna be able to send them for 50K, $50. See what I mean? And so this is where you have to really understand that it's a marketplace thing. And if you have a certain name and people are craving for your beats, you can sell for higher. If you don't have a name, back in the days, you could still, maybe when everybody was like, when the big ones were selling for 10K, you could sell for 3K, and the small guys could sell for 100 euros, 250, 300, 500, 1,000, whatever. The problem today is that there's a new tier down there, and there are millions of them. So it's hard when anybody can find a beat for free online. It's hard to sell your beats unless you really bring a value proposition that is different. So this was my point number 2. I just mixed everything. The point number 2 is sell beats. That's the I would say the easiest way to sell your beats. You know, tell them, you decide a price and you try to see if the market accepts your price. So to give you an example of wait, let me check. Thanks. So if, let's say, so back in the days in the Zouk market, you had 3 big producers. I would say even 4. You got me, Kaysha. I had my specific sound, the Candy Zouk, and not everybody had enough plugins and stuff to create. So you had the Kaysha sound. It was specific. It sounded like Kaysha, and because of that, and because it was, well, it's not that it was hard to recreate my beats, but it was soon as you would use the instruments that I use, people would say, "Oh, you're copying Kaysha," and people would stay away from that. Then you had Ali Angel, and then the people who came from Ali Angel. So I forgot his name. And you had a few guys that sound more or less like Ali Angel. That you had that specific Zouk compa song style. Then you had what's his name? You had Frédéric Wurs, who's a French guy who produced a lot of the Zouk songs that you heard. Of course, you had Jean-Michel Rotin, but he kind of disappeared from the market at a point. And you had Thierry Doumergue, who made a lot of those kizombas for Nichols and them. Then you had you had a lot of other guys, Thierry Delaney, and you had a lot of other guys. But I would say that you could count the people who were making real money from selling beats in Paris in the Zouk market. It was 10 people. DJ Slam. You had some other people, but it was 10 of us. When it's just 10 people, it's easy to make money, because if you want the Kaysha sound, you have to go to Kaysha, and that's it. If you want the Ali Angel sound, you can only go to Ali Angel sound. You can only go to Ali Angel, or maybe Mark G that has a sound that was similar, or people who work with Ali that he taught how to make that sound, because Ali used to give his samples. But at a point, so the competition was kind of a simple competition, I would say. And I remember like Nelson Freitas, also in Rotterdam. You had Nelson Freitas, Toot Star. You had Johnny Ramos in Rotterdam with the Ghetto Zouk sound. Here in Portugal, you also had some Beatmakers. You had, of course, the Manu Lima, one of the gods, the goats. You had Daps in Holland before you went to Cape Verde. So you knew when you wanted a certain sound, you had to go to a certain person. So that certain person knew that, oh, you want a hit, you want I remember people were like, okay, I want the kit, I want that drums, I want those drums, I want those sounds. And it was like, okay, 3,000. And people would pay because they had no choice. And then came the internet, then came the fact that everything became cheaper to get the computers, and everything went virtual, because we used to have racks of we used to have racks to be able to produce. So and everything costs a lot of money. Studio costs money, and today, look, in this same place, I can record an album, I can do a live show, I can do so many things. But back in the days, everything had to be done in the studio, so it costs more money to make an album. So at that time, to selling beats was a great business. I remember when I arrived in Portugal 2 years before arriving in Portugal, by 2010, a lot of the beat makers that I started working with were dreaming of our business, which was, selling beats. I remember one day, Big Nello comes to me. It's like, yo, Kay, I need a beat. How much is a beat? I was like, well, usually I do 2005, but for you, I was like, okay, no problem. 4. It's like, yo. Yeah, tomorrow I call you. We in the club chilling. Just give me 10K. I was like, yeah, make me those beats. Oh, okay. Next day, I gave him 4 beats in my collection. He was like, I don't want no new beats. So those were amazing times. I have some friends that used to go to Angola for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They work with Yola Araujo, they work with SSP, they work with all these guys out there. And they come back with 50,000 of selling beats and helping people write songs. But that was when you had one person equals one sound. And at that moment, it was really a good time for the option number 2, which is selling beats. Today, look, we are in the times of the type beat, where you want a beat that sound like X. You can find 1,000 producers that will do you exactly that sound. So this changes the whole marketplace, because even in Angola today, in Mozambique, in Congo, everywhere, when there's a sound that people like, you're gonna have 1,000 producers that are able to do that sound, because it's easy to find samples today. It's easy to learn how to cook like anybody else. And so it's hard to have your own personality nowadays. And how much is your beat? 1,000? What? Nah. How much is yours? Oh, 500. How much is yours? You 10 guys, how much is your beat? 250. Okay, that's more interesting. What about you 100 guys? 100. Oh shit. What about all you 1 million guys? For free. Oh. Okay, all the free beats, let me hear what you got. So of course you're gonna have a lot of beats that don't sound great because people are starting or whatever. And then, just like rice, you're gonna find some in the free beats. You're gonna have some great stuff. And then in the $50 or $100 or $300, you're gonna have a lot of amazing beats. So why are you gonna pay somebody 3,000 when you can, with 3,000, you can get 10 amazing beats from amazing beat makers, or 20 from good beat makers, and that you can just tweak them. So this created a change in the business, that all of a sudden just selling beats was not enough. To tell you the story of one of I think I was the most expensive beat makers in France at that time were me and Ali Angel. And Ali Angel was his beats were expensive because he had a real sound and etc. And at that time, everything was fine. He had a great business. But then he started giving his samples to everybody. He was very generous. So he started giving his samples to all the beat makers. So at a point, you had 4 or 5 beat makers that sounded exactly like Ali Angel. But instead of asking, I'm giving you fake prices. So instead of asking 1,000 like the original, all the copies were asking for 400. And the copies sounded so much like the original that everybody started buying the copies. And all of a sudden, he started crying about his business. Oh, wow, what the fuck? People are not buying my beats. Now they're buying the beats for those kids, my kids. I was like, and I remember telling him, so rule number 1, stop crying. And rule number 2, who told you to give your beats to everybody? Or your samples? Who told you to give your samples and your secrets to everybody? That's bad for competition. Simple. So that's why, in my opinion, I believe that if you can sell your beats and you have clients that can buy your beats, it's great. Do it. But that should not be your only option to sell beats. Fuck, I'm only at point number 2 out of 13 and it's been an hour. Oh my God. Okay. I'm not gonna read the chat so I don't, I spent 700 on a beat. That hurts. Damn. Long time I didn't spend that money on a beat. We used to. I mean, back in the days, we used to spend probably $10,000 just on the beats. I remember when I arrived to Section Zouk. Yeah. And I remember when I did my album, Sumia's album, Eligio's album, Abeje album. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do all these 4 albums in the same year. And Harold, the boss of Section Zouk, was like, so wait a minute, how much is going to cost us? Like, just in beats, if we buy, how many songs per album? I was like, 15 to 20. He was like, what? Like, yeah. And he was like, wait a minute, so let's say 15. So that's 60 songs. 60 songs, if we have to pay every beat, that's 60,000 euros of investment just in beats. And I was like, oh no, don't worry. He was like, why? I'm gonna make all the beats. He was like, word? I was like, yeah, I'll do all the beats. And all of a sudden, the budget just went down. And all the beat makers was like, wait a minute, you're gonna do an album? The first one was Sumia's album. You're gonna do an album where you're gonna do all the beats? And I was like, yeah. I'm gonna do Kaysha style, Ronald Rubinel style, Zouk Compa style, Afro style, etc. And I removed 10K from the album. All we had to pay then was the engineer to record the artist and the engineer to mix the album. And by after 2 years of watching the engineers work, I told the engineers, you can stay home. I start engineering myself. Boom, I remove another 5,000 from the budget by recording myself and mixing myself. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about beat makers. So it's just to tell you that producers selling beats, it still happens, but it's not something that I know a lot of producers that sell their beats, but with the times of today where everybody you can find beats anywhere. Just go online, you can find beats. It's harder and harder to sell the beats for the prices that we used to sell beats. We used to sell beats for, even if you sold a beat for 1,000, we could sell 4 or 5 beats every month at that time. Today, if you want to make 1,000 from selling your beats, if you're popular, you're gonna have to sell 3 beats to make 1,000. If you're not popular but you're good, you're gonna have to make 5 beats. maybe 10 beats, because some people will because the competition makes that some people sell the beats for 100, some people will sell copies of your beats for 50. And like I told you before, it's the market. The market doesn't care about your, it's just like when I have this t-shirt that I sell called Africa is my DNA, and I went on Amazon and there's Chinese copies of my t-shirt, and they sell it for less than me because I sell my t-shirt for premium at $30 or $25 per t-shirt. They sell for 10. And when I search, I'm like, wait a minute. There's like 30 companies selling the same t-shirt, and they just changed it a little bit, and I can say nothing because I don't even know who are these people. And this is the market. You can do nothing. Like, the market doesn't care about your emotions. This is rule number 1. So stop crying like a little bitch. The market doesn't care. You can complain. You can, like, I remember one artist, one beatmaker came to me one day. He's Malcolm's twin brother. He came to me and was like, yo, where are the clients that you promised to me? Where are the beats that people are gonna buy me for $2,000? And I was like, okay, first of all, I never promised you that. And second of all, the market has changed. There's too many beat makers now. So it's the same thing for singers. We used to sell one album for $10, $20, and people would go and buy them because they love you. Today, for $10, they have access to 50 million songs, and everybody is on the streaming platform. So if you think you're gonna make one song and make a lot of money, you put a finger in your eye. Nah, you're gonna need to make a lot of songs to be able to do all the streams you need. To be able to just make $1,000, you need 300,000 streams. So now go to all these artists and look how many streams they do for a song, and ask themselves how they're paying for the music video, this, that. You realize that it doesn't work with one song because the market has changed. And rule number 1, again, stop crying, understand the market, and change your business to, if you can't change the market yourself, good. But if you can't, you have to adapt to the market. Okay, let's continue. When a producer copy a sound, he's not being original. And now in the jungle, everyone wants to be noticed as originally different. DJ Alma, I agree with you, but at the same time, I disagree. A lot of people don't care. As producers, we care. I care because I want to have my own sound, right? But the clients don't care. Why? Because even if you have 10 clients that will care about the originality of your beats, you have 10,000 other clients that don't care. They just want a beat for free because they don't have money. And if they don't have money and they cannot afford a DJ Alma beat or a Kaysha beat or Ali Angel beat or a Malcolm beats or a Snake DZ is super expensive. I bought some beats from him. If they want a Snake DZ beat and they don't have the money and they find some cheap knockoff, they're gonna buy the knockoff because that's humans. That's what they do. It's not my fault. It's how people are. And I'm not saying this because I'm happy that it's like this. I'm telling you in the brutal honesty how the market is. And the market, as I said, doesn't care about emotions, doesn't care about regionality, whatever. The market doesn't care. The market is like, I just want a beat for free or for cheap. I want a beat, I have 100. I want a music video, I only have 500. That's what people come nowadays. And this is the market of today. From time to time, you're gonna have people who have a budget and they will pay you a good price for your work. But most of the time, with so much competition and so much offer and the demand being not as big as the offer, the price will decrease. This is just economics. 10K on a beat nowadays is definite no these days, but it still happens. Yes, it happens with major label. I've worked with people that sell songs, package for 5K, 10K. We still do that, but this is when you work with major label. In the independent market, nobody's gonna pay 10K on a beat because you will never make that money back. The other day, I get a call from a rapper, and he was like, "How much for a beat?" I told him 150, and he said, "How about 80?" Yeah, I told him I'll let him know, and he never called, and I never called him back. Yeah, see, and sometimes it's not a question of lack of respect. Some people can feel it, which is lack of respect, my beat for that, but sometimes the problem is that the people don't have the money, and they can find beats for less. So I mean, yeah, you know. Okay. I used to sell a t-shirt for my Zine podcast in 2010, and the market didn't care about my emotions. I saw free copies being sold in Zimbabwean shops that never dealt with. Yep. The market doesn't care about your emotion. Listen, rule number one. I'm going back to rule number one, and we have to go to rule number 3 because we're going to spend a lot of time on this. Rule number 1, stop crying like a little bitch. The market doesn't care. The market will go with or without you. This is rule number 1. Capiche? Understood? Okay. Rule number 2, you can sell beats. Okay, we're done with that. So, yes, the game has changed. Okay, so let me see my list. Okay. How to make money, number 3. Leasing. So what is leasing? Leasing is letting people use your beat for less than how much you would sell it. So let's say, for example, $50. And because they are leasing the beat, they can use the beat for a certain amount of time or indefinitely. It's up to you, but they don't own the beat. So they can do demos. They can even release it on songs, but they have a limited right of what they can do with it. So if somebody else wants to use the same beat, they can. So let's say your normal price that you sell your beats is $200, and you lease your beats for $50. So instead of selling one beat for $200, you can lease the same beat to 10 people for $50, and you make $500. So that's the leasing. And you have a lot of sites where you can create, or you can create your own site where people can just listen to versions of your beats, and you put some tags so people don't download them. So that's how everybody start having Malcolm beats every 5 seconds on their beat, or you listening to a Snake DZ production in every beat. And then if they want to lease the beat, they can download the MP3 version, not the wave. And then if they want to buy the exclusivity of the beat, they have to pay the normal price to receive the tracks or the wave. And if not, they just receive a high quality MP3. They can do a demo, they can release something on SoundCloud or whatever, but it's not their beat. And then if 1,000 people use the same beat, you don't care. So that's the leasing business. This got big for a moment. I don't know if it's still big, but you got websites like BeatStars. I used to use a site called SoundClick, I think, where you could just and I also used to use a website called mp3.com back in '99, where people could download albums of my Angel CD hip hop beats, and they could buy them as CDs, and they could use it for demos. They could use it for mixtapes. but they could not release it, and it was not so easy to release music as today. So that's leasing. It's an option. So the good side about leasing beats is that you can have 10 beats, and if everybody's buying the same 10 beats, I mean leasing the same 10 beats, you keep making money from the same beats. The only problem is you still have to control exactly how your beats are used. You have to make sure there's no problem with the content ID. You have to make sure you can protect all the different songs. So, but that's an interesting concept that 10 years ago it was really a big thing, the leasing part. Sell beats to artists and label, sample pack on platforms like Splice, sync music for the yo. Yeah, my nephew, exactly. Calm down. We at point number 3, but everything you said is in my list. I got this. So this is number 3. Number 4. So, okay, I would say that option 2 and option 3 are kind of the simple, straightforward ways to sell music. You make an instrumental, you sell it to somebody, and they own the copyright of the song they're gonna do with it, and you keep your intellectual right, etc. Or you lease. They can buy the possibility to use that beat, but they don't own the intellectual rights, and they don't own the copyrights of that beat. So those are, I would say, the option 2 and 3. Okay. All right. Number 3 or number 4. I mean, next thing. I'm not gonna count them because now we're going to stuff that is a little more complicated and a little more elaborate. Doing exchanges. So, what is an exchange? An exchange is an exchange of value. When you sell a beat, you exchange your composition, your production. You exchange it for a value, which is usually fiat money. So I make you a beat, give me 1,000 euros, or 3,000, 10,000, 50, 100, whatever. You decide what is the value of your beat, and you sell it to somebody who needs a beat to perform. So that's simple. Exchanges is different because you exchange the value of your beat for something else of value. And this is something that I've been doing for a long time, that I like this way of doing the business because of the fact that I understand that the market has changed so much that you actually can make more money with the exchanges than making money from the direct selling if you're smart. So to give you example of exchanges that I did, let's say I have, for example, Deeper. I did Deeper for Nelson Freitas back in 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't remember. And the deal was, okay, I'm giving you this beat for free, but in exchange, when I call you to sing on one song, you come. Or oh, hey, I'm a beat maker. Nobody knows me, but I have great beats. Kaysha, can you sing on one of my beats? Yeah, a featuring cost 2005. I don't have money. Okay, so what do you have that you can give me? Well, I can give you the value of how much it would cost me to make you sing. I can give you in beats. So let's say I give you free beats. In exchange, you sing for me on these compilations that I'm doing. This is something, it's exchanges that I do with beat makers all the time. To give you a good example, for example, me and Malcolm Beats, we do exchanges. Malcolm Beats just released an EP. The EP was 5 songs. I sing on the 5 songs. I mix the songs. I mastered. I do the cover, etc. I give him the EP. He releases the EP. He makes money with the EP. And normally, if people pay me 2005 to do a featuring, he should pay me for 5 songs 12,005, because he's my good friend. We know him from a long time. I could give him I give him a discount, 10,000 to sing on your 5 songs. But because Malcolm gives me beats all the time, Lil Maro and all my guys, I sing for him for free. He released his EP, and hopefully he's gonna make a lot of money from those streams. I know we already at 30,000 stream or 20,000 stream. I don't know, but so this is when you do exchanges, you think on a long term. You think on a long term. You're like, you know what? For example, a deal I did with I did a deal with Siquat Pedro and with Sotisol. They needed a beat quick. I gave them a beat, both of them for their albums, and I told them, in exchange, when I do my album, I'm gonna call you. When I call you, you just answer yes. That's an exchange. And so the rule of the exchange is what? Because a lot of people want to do exchanges, but they don't have nothing to exchange. Oh, a lot of people tell me, hey, Kay, I'll give you 5 beats if you sing with my cousin on this song. And they send me 5 horrible beats. I'm like, well, keep working. To do an exchange, you need to have something of value that the other person needs. So, and so you're gonna tell me, yeah, but what's the point of doing exchanges if I'm a beat maker? What am I gonna exchange to a singer? Well, that's when I say that in order to survive nowadays, all beat makers have to become producers as well. Not producers as beat makers, but executive producers, and they also have to have their own little labels. Nowadays, anybody can have a label, you know. So you go to DistroKid, you set up your account, and yeah, you go to Kaysha, Nelson Freitas, Dino Santiago, whoever, people that are famous, J Balvin if he answers to you, and you say, hey, listen, if you sing on one beat for me, I'm not famous anymore. I'm not famous at all. Nobody knows me. But if you sing for me on this song that I will release and I will own the copyright, I give you 10 beats for free. And you might be like, fuck, 10 beats, that's a lot of beats, or 5 beats, that's a lot of beats, you know. But listen, if nobody knows you in the market where there's 1 million beat makers, nobody cares about your 5 beats. And if you are a passionate beat maker, you probably don't have 5 beats. You like Malcolm Beats, who produce 5 beats every day. You probably have a stash of 500 beats that are waiting. So just choose 5 beats in all the beats you have and sacrifice them and exchange. Me, I do exchanges all the time. Why? Because I believe that instead of, I also pay for beats, but I believe that if we do an exchange and we think long term, if Lil Maro give me a beat, I sing on it, I sell it, I make my money, and one day he does a single and he needs a singer, he can call me. I sing on his beat, he sell his beats, and because I have a lot of followers, he's gonna profit from my name. So that's exactly what I did with Malembe, for example, to give you an example. Si Cuatro Pedro needed me to do, I did the beat on his album, I did Sale, and I did Love Again. And in exchange, he owed me 2 songs. So he came, he recorded 2 songs in my album, and one of them is Malembe, and because Si Cuatro is super popular, I made 1 million streams of Malembe because of me, but also because he's on the song. So it's an exchange of value. Instead of exchanging money, you exchange. I mean, when somebody gives you money has a value. So that's why you can exchange a beat for it. In here, we go back to the good old days. Oh, gold for food, or I give you some bread, you give me some butter. So it's this thing. So that's what exchanging is. Let's continue to my list. Let me see the chat. What up, Laconi? This is what I'm doing now with a lot of singers. I give them a beat for free, and then I will have all the rights of the music, and we'll be releasing on my YouTube and all the service distribution. Yeah, exactly. And you can even, Malcolm, you are my good student. But you know, what you can also do is, what I do now with artists is I go 2 by 2. I give you 1 beat that you keep, and I keep 1. And 1 is mine, I'm gonna release it, and yours is yours. And then we decide when we release, so we can promote together. When you release yours, I don't release, etc. So there's a lot of things you can do with exchanging. There's a lot of ways you can find a good business model of exchanging beats. But for that, you need to have something that is interesting for the other, of course. Next one is something that I've been doing for years now, probably 15 years, is remixes. Why remixes are important? First of all, remixes are a way to give another point of view to a song. So you're gonna do, for example, if you remember my track, of last week, Raptor. The original Raptor is me and Malcolm Beats. Malcolm did the beat. I did all the writing and singing, and great song. But then we did 15 different remixes: bossa nova, trap, rap, 80s. All types of beat makers come and they do remixes. So as a beat maker, so I don't want to come to the point of view of an artist, but as a beat maker, what is great about remixing is that, first of all, you put yourself in competition with other beat makers. If you are a beginner and you are in competition with assassins like Malcolm Beats, Lil Maro, Snake DZ, you have to step your game up, because you feel that pressure, and that's good as a beat maker, because it makes you, when I do the listening session and everybody's here listening and everybody's congratulating each other. Even if it's a competition, it's a friendly competition, because the goal is that everybody elevates themselves. And the more remixes you do, the more you learn how to make something that works. You also learn how to make commercial music, because the point is to sell. Commerce is not a bad word. Commerce is what we do at Part. The moment when you're trying to sell something, you're in the business, right? And the more remixes you do, the more you learn. And it's not, don't think that when you are doing remixes, you are wasting a beat. You are actually making yourself better as a beat maker. So, and sometimes, this happened to me a lot. Sometimes you make a remix and the artists love your beat so much that they say, oh, we're not going to use it as a remix. We're going to do a new song with it. And now you can elevate even more, because now you have an original song with an artist. And I met a lot of beat makers, and I'm saying a lot of beat makers. Malcolm Beats, Gilson, Snake DZ, and a lot more people, because of the remixes. And I've been working with people for 10 years, and in the beginning, yeah, they did a remix for me. They did a remix, and we went from remixes to original songs. And because I have a big name, every time they do a remix for me, the other singers that pretend they don't look, they're like, they listen, and then they call me. Hey, who's this guy who made that beat? Do you have his number? Yes, Nelson. This happens all the time. I check the albums of all my friends up there in the kingdom, and I look, some people, they start working with some beat makers only after they work with me. Yeah, because a lot of these artists don't have an imagination. So they come to me for imagination. And it's all good. I don't have a problem with this. But it's just to tell you that a lot of beat makers have been discovered by doing an amazing remix of a song that was already a hit. So you can do remixes, official remixes for artists like me or and others, but you can also do unofficial remixes that you will not sell, of course, and you can put them on SoundCloud or on free platforms, and a lot of people get discovered as well just because of the remixes they do. So that's something that you should think about as a beat maker. And at a point, of course, all the points. So the more points we go, the less the money is like a direct thing, but it's more a thing of vision. You can do 10 remixes before people notice you, but at a point when they notice you, boom, all of a sudden somebody wants to buy you a beat because of your remixes. So it's kind of an investment that you do when you do remixes. And there's a lot of guys that got work because they did remixes for me. How is the way to upload remix? What do you mean, Carlos? How is the way to upload remix? You can ask in Portuguese if it's your language, or whatever language. I speak everything. You can ask in Russian, Carlos. But yeah, you can upload your remix to SoundCloud, for example. Oh, the best platform to release the remixes. I think SoundCloud is the place. I know Malcolm has a lot of remixes that he releases on SoundCloud. So this is SoundCloud is I think the best platform for that. Next, okay, those are. Now let's go to, see, that's how we met. Yeah, telling you. I remember you had like those Portobello remixes from Porto, and I was like, And DJ Adema was like, yo, I have this boy, he wants to do a remix. Yeah, send it. And I was like, yo, who's this guy? And then I bought some beats from you. See? I became your client. So this is a good example. You see, I became a client and I buy beats from Snake DZ because I loved the remixes he did for me. And now he's too busy to do remixes for me. You see how all the ingrato. Anyway, okay. Now let's go to something a little more complicated. Now we start touching the surface of the, you know, we start touching places that are more complicated, but that are places where people don't think about. Now, TikTok cannot work. Why? Because TikTok only releases music that is, because on TikTok you usually use music that is distributed, and you need to have the authorization to distribute them, and you cannot distribute a remix. But if you do, like on TikTok, if you use your own audio, so something that is not in their library, you can put some remixes. There's a lot of songs that become popular because of people, they do their own remixes of songs, and then they do a dance with it, and then that remix become popular. So yeah, TikTok for the new generation is a great place as well. Okay, let's talk about something that is a little more complicated, and it's called sync licensing. So all those things people know. Sync licensing is now the things that people don't really think about when they think about making money from their beats. So what is synchronization licensing? Synchronization is when you put music synchronized with images. So there's different places where you can do song placements, and I did all of them. So to give you an example, for example, you're gonna have documentaries. I don't know if you watch documentaries about animals, for example. You know, when there's documentaries about animals, documentaries about the ghetto, documentaries about Africa, documentaries about food, documentaries about whatever. If you listen well to the documentary, you're gonna see images. You're gonna hear somebody talking about how to do the food, or oh, now this is the moment where the lion is looking for the best female to fuck, whatever. But if you listen closely, all these documentaries have music. And if you think about it, that music has been done by somebody. And this is called sync licensing. And music for documentaries generate a lot of money because they pay you up front for using your music. Usually they pay around 3,000 euros to use your music. And then you receive copyright every time people are playing the documentary on TV, on platforms like Netflix, etc., you receive some money. You see what I mean? So well, it's 2 a.m. here. So yeah, it's Club Shada. We don't sleep. You better subscribe. So the sync licensing is a great business for those who are inside it, because I know a guy who was a rapper, and one day I don't see him anymore, and I was like, where you been? And he's like, oh, I've been working. I said, yeah, but I don't see you in the shows. He's like, oh no, I don't do shows anymore. I was like, what you mean you don't do shows? I was like, no, I do sync licensing. I was like, what you mean? Yeah, I do music for documentaries. What you mean music for documentaries? I'm like, yeah. There's documentaries, and I have library of sounds, and they use whatever they need. They pay me, and then I receive copyright every time they play. So think about this. You don't only have documentaries. You can also have sync for TV series on Netflix. You can have synchronization licensing for movies. I don't know if you know this Portuguese guy called Lucenzo, who did Io, Dançando Kuduro, etc., etc. They use his music for Fast and Furious 5. And I think the copyright money he made was around 10 million. Because every time somebody buy a cinema ticket to go see the movie, a part of the money that is generated by this cinema sale, ticket sale, goes to the music. So if you have 10 million people who go see the movie, is gonna generate 100 million in movie sales, and in these 100 million, you're gonna have 20% that will go to the copyright society, that will give 50% to the writers and 50% to the composer. And he made a ton of money because he has the song on the movie. So if you think of a movie like Black Panther, for example, Black Panther had $1 billion worth of ticket sales worldwide, if not more. And of these $1 billion, there's probably 200 million that went to all the music that you hear, like Babe Wodumo and everybody and even the guy who make the music at the intro, the guy who is the same guy who makes the music for Mandalorian. And so every time you hear music somewhere, when you watch a movie, when you see a TV, when you watch even the news, before the news you hear something, or watch this is CNN, all that music that you hear, sync licensing. And if you know, to give you an example, Looney Johnson, for example, there's a series called La Única Mulher. Looney Johnson made the song Vamos Ficar Por Aqui, which is the theme song for Rita Pereira. Every time she appears, this song plays, right? And so Looney Johnson produced the beat for Si Quatro Pedro of Vamos Ficar Por Aqui, and every time La Única Mulher plays on Portuguese TV, boom, Looney receives money from SPA. And it plays all year, then they replay on whatever, and then you have them on in Africa. It's called Mara la Femme Unique in the French channel. So you have every country in Africa, they play this series in French, and every time it plays on satellite, ching, Looney receives money. Boom. Si Quatro received 50% because he wrote the song. Looney received another 50%. And so those are ways that people don't think about when about making money as a beat maker. If you make money for a novella, or you make money for a game or the news or something that will play all the time. For example, I have a friend, he's called Matt, and he made the music for Secret Story. Dun, 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 I wanna chat with you. Okay, this is a friend of mine called Matt. He was famous in 20 years ago as an R&B singer, and he also produced, and he made that song. And Secret Story, so Endemol, who produced Secret Story, they bought the right of his song, the licensing for France, for Holland, for Portugal, and for everywhere that you have Secret Story, Casa do Segredo. It's the same show. And every time, same beats. And I think he was making $1 million every year just from that. I made, back in 1994, I made advertising for McDonald's. It was Michael Jordan and Larry Bird playing, and then Bugs Bunny arrived, and it was a publicity for Big Mac, and that was my first sync licensing. I received. It played only 2 weeks on French TV, and I received from the Copyright Society SACEM. I received in euros 10,000 euros just for 2 weeks playing on TV. And my beat was simple. They were playing, so I just did a beat that and that's it. I did the beat in 5 minutes. I gave them, all these guys were like, oh, this is amazing. Oh my God, so much talent. I was like, okay. They used the beat, and I made 10,000 euros just of displaying on TV for 2 weeks. So imagine some people have some people who made the music for the news, for example, the CNN news. Those people make millions every year just because they make the music from the news. So let me show you as an example. Let me see the chat. Sorry. Yeah, that's the song. Hey, Celine. Tengo dudas de cómo manejar mi publishing. Sería bueno poner ese proceso de colectar las regalías en mano de alguna compañía, hacerlo personalmente. I'm coming to this point. This is point number 12. We are at number 4. So, sync licensing. I'm going to show you an example of sync licensing that I did. Let me see if I find them. Hopefully I'm going to find them. Oops. Okay. Give me a second. I have to find the Instagram, and then I got to find the post. Oh my God, that's going to take me hours to find them. But I'm going to find it. Don't worry. I just need to make sure. I just want to give you an example of a sync licensing that I did that is actually still extremely popular, and that is generating a lot of income. So give me just a second, because I think it's in the beginning of their Instagram and I need to find it. And of course, oh my God, it's gonna take hours. Damn, so many posts. Posting, huh? Oh my God. Let me see what you say. Real talk. Gold nuggets for producers. Thanks a lot. I just want to show you an example. I'm sorry, but there you go. For example, there you go. So I 2 years ago, I have a friend that works for Trace TV. So Trace TV is a huge group. Trace TV, they have 20 channels. They have Trace Brazil, Trace Toca, Trace France, Trace West Indies, Trace Haiti, Trace Urban. And They have a lot of different Trace Urbans and Trace Congo, Trace. They have a lot of channels. And they were looking for somebody to do music for their phone, just the phone. They were looking for somebody to do music for the phone, to do the ringtones for the phone that they were doing a Trace phone, whatever. So I produced 12 ringtones, right? And it was not just me. A lot of producers produced a lot of ringtones. And so everybody was like, oh, yeah, great ringtones, whatever. And so they then, they have a commission where they listen to everything and they decide who they're gonna pay for, who's gonna win the business, right? And when they heard all the beats that I did for the different, because the deal was you have to do a ringtone for every channel. So you have to do urban, hip hop for the urban. You have to do a Zouk one for the thing. You have to do a compa one for Trace Haiti. You have to do a Congo one. You have to do Nigeria. You have to do Brazil. You have to do a lot of those different beats it was beats of 30 seconds. And I won the bid. So they paid me a lot of money because they were like, hey, listen, we don't want just ringtones. We want you to do the music of every channel of Trace TV. They bought 50 beats. So a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people think, we don't see Kaysha anymore on Trace. We don't see. Listen, when you see 2 music videos and then you have the little logo of Trace playing and you have that music that lasts 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's me. Those are my music. So I'm gonna show you one. There's a lot of them, but I'm just gonna show you the one I find. Let me see if I find on WhatsApp, because maybe they send me more, because I don't even know where I put all of them, because we did so many that I don't remember all of them. But if WhatsApp turns on, I'm gonna show you. So to give you an example, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So to give you an example, so let me see if I find messages from the girl from Trace. Oh, there she is, the boss. So they used to send me the animations, and I would create the beats on top of the animation. So to understand, with the money I made, I paid my wedding. And my wedding was expensive. So plus I did a publishing deal with them, and I kept in my business deal the right to release the songs on my label. So yeah, it's a great deal that I did. I don't know if I can find. Okay, just to show you, for example, so this is Trace Brazil. Okay, wait, let me pause Spotify. Okay, there you go. This is let me make sure that the sound of Chrome is on. Okay, this is Trace Brazil, and for example, this is let me see, Trends. Yeah, I think I did this one. Oops.
Trazer pra vocês as maiores novidades.
No, wait. Oh my God. This. I did this. Yeah. Boom. Boom. this is an example of uh, the type of beats I did for them, and I did a lot of them. I did. This is not from me. I don't know if I can find. Let me see in my computer. I know I have a lot of. I know I have others, but I don't know if I have. But if you listen closely when you watch Trace TV, you will be like, wait a minute. Yeah. So I have a whole folder with all the beats I did, but I don't have all the video. But for example, let me see if I can find some videos of others that I did. Because I know I have all the instrumentals and the ringtones. I did the animation for the phone. So to give you an example, let me plug the sound of the Finder. Okay. These, for example, are animations from the phone. For example, this is a notification. Oops. Okay, wait. So this is what I did for the phone. So I got paid first for the phone, and then they told me, hey, we want to buy everything for so this is notification when you receive a SMS. This is the notification. This is the ringtone for I think this is for the Congolese Trace. No. That's the ringtone for, I think is for the South African one, I think. This is for Kitoko, the Congolese one. This is the one for Trace IT, and this is also the music for Trace IT. So in the beginning it was ringtones, but then they asked me if they can also use, so yeah, they paid some more. This is for Trace Sports. This is for Trace Urban. So next time you watch Trace Urban, this is for Trace Tropical. This is for Trace Toka. This is for Trace Nigeria. This is for Trace Africa. This is for Trace Gospel. So I did a bunch of them. I did, they bought 50 different 50 different animations. No, they didn't buy the animation. They bought 50 different beats. So if you listen to Trace TV, you probably, I mean, for those who watch Trace TV in Africa or even here, you probably hear my music all the time and you don't realize. Sometimes because it's 10 seconds. So I think the ones that are the most, that people hear the most are the one for Trace Urban. Those are the one that, you know, you hear a lot. So every time, so to give you an example, I'm gonna make you listen to what I did. For example, Trace Urban. So you have that's the main one is this. Oh, sorry, I have to download them from Dropbox. Give me a second. Share, sync local. So for example, this is the Trace Urban. So, and then you have a smaller version for between shows, between two music videos. And then you have the very small one. So yeah, I did yeah, 50 like those, and yeah, you know, I got all kinds of it's too bad I don't find videos. I didn't prepare, so but I also have, there's a lot of them. If you watch Trace TV, you will hear them. So all this, what does it bring? So first of all, big contract in the beginning. So I had like, so they bought 50 beats at my normal price, plus we signed a publishing deal, so they get 50% of the money, which means that every time they play in all around the world from all their channels, it generates money, and the SPA pays me, and because I'm signed to them, they also get a cut. So it's a great money generating assets. I also did that for the news at in '96 for a channel when I used to live in South America in French Guiana. I did the music for the news. I did the music for one show called Thanos e Funky. I did the music for the weather. And today, in 2021, so that's 96, so that's 15 years ago or 25 years ago. In 2021, I still make money from that. I still make money from those beats. So imagine, and that's the problem with a lot of beat makers. They think small. They're like, oh, I just want to sell a beat for $250 or for $350 to somebody quick so I can pay my rent. It's the politic of urgency. Everybody's in urgency. They don't understand that the real money is not made in the real money is not made in the urgency. The real money is made in the shadows, you know. And a lot of people they just want to make that quick. The real rich people, they're not famous. They make money for the TV journal. They make money for the news. And when you make money for the news, the news on every country has 10 channels, 20 channels. And in all those new channels, you have news segments that play every hour. Imagine if you make the music that play before the news and it plays every day. It means that you get money every single day. You open your eyes, you just made money. That's sync licensing, and you can make money from news, games, from video games. For example, if there's a game like GTA or NBA 2021, and you have a song in there, every time there's one copy sold and money generated by the game, you make some money, and they pay you up front, of course. So recently, it was not for me; it was for a friend. I put the song of a friend on Netflix France. They called me. They called my partner, who called me, and they were looking for a song by Fanny G for a love scene in a French series that I don't know about. And yeah, they asked me if I had the contact. I called my boy, who's the owner of the song, and said, "Hey, Netflix want you." So I put them in contact. Boom. They paid him $5,000 to have the song in the Netflix show, and they're gonna generate revenue. And the singer and the beatmaker, they talking to him now. "Oh my God, thank you so much. You are the best." They don't know that it's me. They don't know, but I'm the one who arranged the things. But those are things like those, as a beat maker, those are objectives that you should have instead of trying to sell beats to I mean, you can also sell beats, but in the back of your head, the real objectives are how to make money that generates money all the time. How to make power moves. I call them power moves. if you can have a song that is the playing in Secret Story or in a novella, you're good. I recently signed a contract. No, it's not signed yet, but I wrote a song with Anselmo Ralph called, I don't even remember the name of the song, Jafui. And yeah, apparently they want it for a novella. Because of the pandemic, everything is stopped a bit, but yeah, they want a song they want that song, and I own 33% of the song. So if the song goes in the novella, I'm gonna receive Portuguese money for a year or two. So listen, Sync is amazing. Video games, TV, news, Netflix, and especially, you know, Netflix, Amazon, Apple TV, Hulu, all of them. They're in a competition, they're in a war. They spend billions every month to create content because they need people to keep being subscribed. So they create new series all the time, and in the new series and the new movies they do all the time, they need music. And who makes music? Us. So yeah, that's a good point. Sync. Yeah. The trace thing is. Am I everywhere? I am. Don't you see the eye? Thank you. Oh, trap beats? I have them. Don't worry, Bachi boy. I got you. I'm watching you make moves with it tomorrow, but I'm coming for you. Don't worry. Sometimes it's better to be the one in the shadows. You can move freely and without anyone noticing. Listen, Gabriella, there's something I say all the time. It's that's my mentality. I have the stadium mentality. Everybody in the stadium wants to be Ronaldo because he's the best player and he makes all the money. He looks good, he's sexy, he's beautiful. I prefer being the fat guy who's smoking a cigar in the VIP and who's the owner of the stadium and who's the owner of the team, and he pays Ronaldo and he pays all the players. Because if you can pay all these people 20 million every month to pay everybody, it means that you make money when they make goals. You make money when people buy tickets. You make money when people buy hot dogs. You make money when people buy subscription to Sporting or to Benfica. When you own the team, when you own the stadium, you make so much money. From every Coca-Cola that is sold, you get a cut. Every hot dog, you get a cut. Every French fries, you get a cut. Every restaurant, the restaurant called Catedral that's in Stadio da Luz, there's the red stadium here in Portugal. You make money from that. And every time there's a match and you have 50,000 people inside, you sold 50,000 times 40 euros or 20 euros, whatever the amount is cost. And that person, you never see him. Yeah, be the star. Go ahead, be the star. That's the guy I like to be. And I come from the lights. Listen, I'm famous. People, yeah, I'm famous, sexy, and beautiful. Women love me. I know that. But I've been doing this since I'm 15. And one day I was in the shadow and I was like, fuck, there's a lot of money here. I'm joking. But yeah. So, what's the next point? I'm taking too much time on my points. Anyway, sync. Okay, the next point, and I think this is a very important point. Is something that I've worked on with Malcolm. I told him to do this a long time. It's be your own artist. When I met Malcolm Beats, it was 18 to 19, 20, I don't remember. That was 12 years ago. And yeah, it was like everybody else. I'm trying to sell beats to Nelson Freitas, to Mika Mendes, to George, can you help me? You see what I mean? And yeah, he kept. So I was like, hey, you know what? Come with me. So every time I was in the studio with Nelson Freitas, Willow Beats, Mika Mendes, George, all these people, every time they would like, yo, let's hear some beats, Kaysha. What you have? I was like, I would play my beats. I would play beats from Malcolm and his twin brother. I would play beats from GS Pro. I would play beats from everybody. And then, you know, whenever they wanted beats from the other artists, the other beat makers, I would say, yeah, here's the contact, do your thing. And then I thought, yeah, you know what? Let me sign a few of them in my publishing so that whenever they sell beats, I can at least make money from presenting them, right? But then the market was changing. We were still at, you know, point number one, like point number two, sell beats. But then it was easier and easier to make beats because you can find a sample library for nothing today. And you just check online, you can find for free. Creating beats is easy. I can create a beat from an iPad. I can make a beat from my phone. Come on, look. I have an app here. What's the name? Drummer. Check it out. You see this app? Look. Easy. I can make a beat with this. So, you know, we in these times where anybody can make a beat. So we arrived to this point where it was harder and harder to sell beats and to make a living selling beats. So either you had a job on the side and you were selling beats, but the dream of just making money by selling beats to other artists was becoming impossible because there was so much artists and less money, because it was not the times where you would sell 10,000 albums and make 100,000. Now it's the streaming world. In the streaming world, to make a 10,000, you need to make 3 million streams. And only big artists make that money from one song. Most of us, we're gonna make 50,000 streams. I mean, I make millions, but most people make a small amount of streams. So how you gonna pay even 300 for a beat? If to make 300 euros back, you need to do 10,000 streams. Or yeah, you need to make 100,000 streams to pay for the beat. Now, if you make a video, you're gonna need another 300,000 streams just to pay for a 1,000 euro video. So it's harder and harder to get the money back. And listen, I'm a beat maker. I would love for beat makers to be paid 5,000 per beat, like back in the days. But the market doesn't care about what I love. I told you, the market doesn't give a fuck. So we arrived to this point where we end up having a conversation with Malcolm, and like a lot of beat makers, he was frustrated. Like, you know, yeah, it's hard to sell beats. Like, there's a lot of people who are making beats. They're making beats for free. Those people, they're not better than us, but they're good enough, and they give their beats for free, or they sell their beats for 20 euros or for 50 euros. Or you have, I remember when I used to receive emails from Flip Beats the first time, I was like, yo, these guys understand the market. They would send mass emails to everybody with 25 beats. And every beat was, I don't remember the prices, 250. everybody received like every month, everybody received 25 beats, and they would sell everything. And in their head, they were like, hey, instead of selling one beat for 1,000, yeah, let me sell 25 for 250. Because if I never sell my beat for 1,000, I don't make money. But if I just sell 10 beats at 250, I make 2,005. And if I can make the 10 beats, it costs me the same electricity. And if I can work fast, that's a good business. So they made that business model where they would send mass email to everybody, and everybody would receive, and then it's first pays, first serve. So I remember receiving all the beats, and I was like, oh, I like this. Okay, I like these 5 beats. How much for 5? Well, for 5, you want to buy all 5? Yeah, okay. Normally it's 250 per beat, so it should be 1,250. But see, if you buy all 5, we do for 900. Okay. Send them a PayPal, and I'll have 5 beats. Put them in my folder with the rest. Some of them I didn't use them yet. They're just here waiting for me to use them. But that was a great business model that they did. And now I think they're separated, and now it's Aldo Music. And Aldo does the same thing. Every month, he sends the list to all the artists, and yeah, you know, because it's good. Because it's a good value, because it's quality music for cheap. We can say cheap. And most artists don't have enough money to pay you 1,000. So if you have somebody who can do quality beats of a good level, and he sells them for 2,000 or 250, how you gonna explain that you sells yours for 2,000, 1,000? So we had that conversation with Malcolm, and I was, you know, I'm a strategist. I told Malcolm, be your own artist. He was like, what you mean be your own artist? I was like, be your own artist. Release your beats by themselves with no singers. Look. And I was telling him, hey, I was in Ukraine in a Kizomba festival, in an Urban Keys festival. And in the Urban Keys festivals, they just want to dance to the beat. They don't care about singers. And yeah, look. What you're listening in the back is Angel City, right? Angel City is one of my names. So let's go to Spotify. This is what's playing right now. This is the playlist. Angel City. There you go. This is me. And it's just instrumentals. I got all these albums. I got 3 albums and a lot of singles. Yeah, nobody know it's me because I don't say it's me, but it's me. Instrumentals. And look what I'm doing. I'm using these instrumentals in my own stream. And if you go play those songs on Spotify, I make money. So I told Malcolm, do like me. Become Malcolm Beats, the artist. And there it is. Malcolm Beats. Almost 15,000 people listening. First song, the song with me. Making money, my man. And look, of course, he has some songs with Kaysha because we do exchanges. And every time he gives me some beats from time to time, yeah, I sing on a beat for him. It's an exchange, right? And then we apply this strategy, which was Malcolm. Look, 3 albums, and Malcolm released a single every week. Look at this. This is with me, Raptor remixes. So this is me making money, but all this is him making money. And look, this is every single Malcolm has released just in 2021. That's 2020. etc. Songs with me. You see, a bunch of songs. And now he's also starting to sing with other singers, doing exchanges. You see what I mean? And because those are his beats and his own releases, he can also put them on his YouTube channel, and he can generate money from YouTube and generate money from the streaming platforms. So as a beat maker, this is the reason why, look, I'm gonna show you something that I've been doing for all you guys. You see, this is my album, my remix album called Raptor Remixes. What do? Every time I do a remix with a beat maker, I put his name here. I put him as an artist as well, right? So Magic Pro, Paulo Pequeno, Festus, Lil Maro, DJ Ademar, NCK on the beat. I always put the beat makers who make remixes for me, I put them as featured artists with me on the project. Why? If you go to Waitaka, for example, you can find all his music. And now he's starting to release his own music, but then you can also see all the music he did with me. You see? Appears on, and he hears all the remixes he did for me. If you take, for example, somebody who's been doing a lot of remixes for me, Magic Pro, for example. Magic Pro, you see? And all his songs are my remixes for now, right? And he appears in all the remixes he does for me. But all these 700 people who are listening to him as remixer for me, whenever he decides to release his own music, instrumental, you can release anything, hip hop, kizomba, whatever, you release beats. He's gonna have 700 people who already know him, who will receive a notification when he releases his first song. He's not gonna start from zero because of all the remixes he's been doing with me. And it's the same thing for, so I'm gonna show you, for example, there's beat makers like, for example, let's say a guy that I like a lot. What's his name? Let me find somebody that I like a lot. Let's take him, for example. Speed Dog. No, it's not famous. There's a guy that I'm trying to remember his name. There's some guys, they just make instrumental, right? And they have millions of people who listen to them. Look, this person, 500,000 people listen to him, Shuko. And what he does, instrumentals, just instrumentals. Albums with beats, just beats. That's the amazing thing about the market of today that people don't understand. The market of today is not like the market of years ago. Yes, it's harder to sell beats, but you have 300 million people who every day go to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and all these platforms, and they want to listen to music from every genre possible. Reggaeton, lo-fi, house music, etc., etc. And if you know how to make those songs, those beats, you don't have to wait for a singer. You can release them by yourself. And once you have 100,000 people listening to you every day, you make around 1,005 every month. If you make 1,005 every month, it means you can pay your rent and your food, and you chilling from your own music, And you don't need to talk to any dumb artist who's like, oh, I don't know if I want your beat. Oh, I don't want to pay. Whatever. You don't care. Listen. So many times, Cocky Malcolm calls me. He's like, yo, those people want the beat. I'm not selling. I'm just releasing my singles. He doesn't care. Because he makes his own money and you control your destiny, so you can choose now who you work with. You see what I mean? And this is the world of today. You have to understand, again, rule number 1, stop crying, understand the marketplace. This is an amazing marketplace today. It's a marketplace where if you know how to make beats, you are a magician because you can create money from your talent. You can create money by just creating something. You don't have to go to work and have somebody disrespect you and work and be like, no. You can create art and you can sell that art. And you don't even need to sell it because you have people, if you get on the right playlists, boom. And that's why I created playlists, so that I can also help the beat makers. You see what I mean? So, since we started, it's been 2 hours. You heard a bunch of beats in the back. I made all these beats. And while it's playing on Spotify, I don't make money because maybe I make money from me playing them. I don't know. But you see what I mean? Well, good. We're here to give ideas. Yeah. Exchanges is a catalog builder. True. I was on a Kizomba party and the DJ only put beats. Yeah, no voice. And I was in Ukraine, I remember, and I heard a ton of Malcolm beats. A ton. I was like, wait a minute. So every time I was putting stories, Malcolm was responding, yeah, this is my beat. I was like, what? And I was like, bro, stop playing and start releasing music on your own. You don't need artists. You don't need singers. Because you have now the Kizomba dancers, they like to dance on beats without voice to do their urban keys moves. So if you see, it is a new opportunity in the market for a beat maker. If you know how to make urban keys, you're good. You just release them, you put them on YouTube, and then they're gonna do videos with them, and you make money from those videos. So that's super important. Need to get Sterling the artist in there ASAP. You needed to do that 2 hours and 30 ago, bro. But yeah, bring him on. Oh, he does? Nice. You can always watch the replay, bro. But yeah, it's we are at point number, I don't know. Let's continue because we're gonna spend the whole night here if I don't start moving fast. So let's do a resume of where we were. How to make beats, how to make money with your beats in 2021. First of all, don't be a little bitch. That's rule number 1. Number 2, you can sell beats to other artists. Number 3, you can lease beats. Number 4, you can do exchanges. Number 5, you can do remixes, and from these remixes, you put your name out there, etc., etc. Number 6, sync licensing. You can do music for games. I made music for games, actually. I never told you guys, but I forgot to tell you, I made music for a video game in the US. I got a friend who has a game company. He needed some music for games. I didn't do the music on the name Kaysha. I think I did them under the name Janamari, I think. And yeah, I did four songs for a video game, and it's on the App Store, but I don't check them. But so video games, I did Trace TV. I did the music for Trace TV. I did the music for the national TV in French Guiana. I did what I'm interested in right now is music for Netflix and music for documentaries, because that's next level. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to something that's even crazier. that nobody has been thinking about. Some people have been thinking about, but not a lot have been doing it. Yes. É caminho para muitos produtores, mas cada tem a sua forma de ver o mundo musical. Eu aprendi que ganho mais sozinho. Boom, yeah, exatamente. Aprendeste onde? Huh? I'm going to start taking 10% of all your money. I'm joking. So, now let's go to, so we were talking about the simple ways to make money. Then we were talking about more sophisticated way. And now I'm going to take it to another level. Okay. Let's talk about numbers. The number of streamers. I want to talk to you about live streaming. So, live streaming numbers 2020. Okay, let me see statistic. Oh, I should have put this in the big computer, but it's okay. Okay. Can I send these to my computer? Copy and paste. Perfect. Okay. So look at this. 5 live streaming statistic for music for movies, of course. I talked about it. And listen, Master Electronic, music for African movies. That's the future. Because with more and more people streaming music, more and more African people and African diaspora people entering places like Netflix and Amazon and etc. And Indians, but Africans. There's more and more a need for people to watch African movies. So if you are the one who make music for African movies, you win. And actually, wait a minute before we continue. Oh, what's the name of this thing? Forgot the name of this show. Shit. Wait. I got to get on WhatsApp to talk to the director. So I have a friend. She's a filmmaker. She makes movies for Netflix, and she also makes movies and film for. She also makes movie for. She also makes movies for Ivory Coast. For Ivory Coast television. And she called me one day and she said, Kay, I need some beats. I need some beats for a series. I'm doing a show. It's gonna be called 40-30-20. So it's a girly show. And I was like, I just sent her a Spotify playlist of African music that I do under the name Diamantero. And I told her, sorry, you can use whatever you want. That's the show. Oh, it's not working? Okay, wait. Let me see if I can send you. I have to download first. Okay, wait a minute. That's the show. So it's a show that plays on the Ivory Coast national TV. this is her in the middle. And yeah, she asked me, hey, do you have some music? And I was like, yeah, I do, sis, no problem, I got you. So I sent her, let me see if I find it. I'm checking on my WhatsApp if she sent me videos, because I know she sent me something on drop on, but I'm not gonna find it, but I'm gonna try to find to see if I can download it. And so on that show, she used my music. And same thing, because they didn't have a lot of budget. So I'm not gonna find the videos, but I know I have the videos somewhere. So it's a show that is playing right now in Ivory Coast. And what is interesting is that I did an exchange with her. I told her, I'm gonna give you all this music for free, but of course you have to declare, and because so I can make money from the copyright, because it's gonna not only play in Ivory Coast, it's also gonna play on other places. And I told her, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I do an investment on you. I give you music for this one, but the next time you do a movie, because she has movies on Netflix, she has movies on big places. The next time you do a movie, I want my music in there. Next time you have a big deal with Netflix and they give you budget and they give you money, you pay me. And she was like, deal. And hey, listen, if she hold her part of the deal, and she will, she's a good friend of mine. But you see what I mean? It's an investment for the future. Sometimes you have to do an investment from the future. So let me go back to my next point. Here are the numbers of streaming for 2020. The live streaming industry, the video live streaming industry has increased by 99% in 2020. Okay, it's gonna be at 184 billion worth by 2027. So what I'm interested in is how much. They're not saying how much. There was something where Twitch streaming numbers 2020. Okay, there you go. Okay, live streaming in 2020 on Twitch, just Twitch, 17 billion hours. Okay, YouTube 9 billion, and I think Facebook 7 billion hours. So combined is like 35 billion hours of people watching streams. Now, I'm gonna tell you what a guy did that is crazy, and I love this idea. His name is Harris Heller, and he's a streamer on Twitch. And what he did, because a lot of people are tired of playing music from original artists, because they get copyright strikes and they get DCMA strikes and their streams get cut, etc., etc. He created playlists on Spotify for streamers, where he said you can play these beats on your streams, right? And if you play my beats on your streams, you will never get, yeah, I know it's on YouTube, Ademar, I follow him. If you play from my service called Stream Beats on your streams, you will never have problems. You will not have content ID problem. You will not have takedowns, nothing. You can play from my thing. All I'm asking you is that you play from Spotify or Apple Music. So every streamer, not everybody, but streamers, what they start doing, they start playing from his playlists. When they do a live stream, they don't have music, they play his music. So on YouTube, he doesn't make money. On Twitch, he doesn't make money. But because everybody is streaming from Spotify and Apple Music, he makes money from all the streams of everybody that is streaming his music at the same time. So listen, we are beat makers. We make beats all the time. I can make 10 beats per day. So let's say you go like crazy. For 10 days, you make beats and you create 100 beats. You make a playlist and you tell people, hey, listen, you can use my music on your streams. I will not, you can monetize, you can do whatever you want. I will not do content ID, and as long as you play them from Spotify. Imagine now if you have, let me do a calculation. Imagine if you have, where's the calculator? 1 hour is 60 minutes. So if a song is 3 minutes, in 1 hour I can play 20 songs, right? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 45. So let's say you do 3 hours live. That's 60 songs, okay? Let's say now that we have 1,000 people that are streaming every day. That's 60 songs by 1,000. That's 60,000 streams. Let's say that everybody stream one time per 5 days per week. So that's 300,000, and 300,000 to do 1 month by 4. That's 1.2 million streams that you generate from 1,000 people that play your songs for 3 hours every 5 times a week. You generate 1,200,000 stream equals 3,000 euros. He generates, because he doesn't have 1,000 people streaming with his thing. He probably has 20,000 people, because he generates around 75,000 euros per month from streams of people playing his music. So here's my playlist. This is the Club Shada playlist, right? Every song here is on Spotify. Everything you've been hearing is on Spotify, right? And there it is. All these songs, I have 65 songs that are playing randomly. I produce everything. Some under the name Diamantero, some under the name Janamari, and some under the name Angel City. And I still have to put the rest of my other names. I have to put Monsieur de Shada, and I have to put Davagani. Now, imagine if, for now, I'm just playing my song on my streams, right? For now, it's just me. And I'm promoting my song, because every time my songs are playing, you can see the name here, right? But imagine if I tell everybody that is streaming, hey, you can go to the Club Shada playlist, and everything that is in this playlist, if you play on your YouTube channel, you will not get any problem with YouTube. No content ID, and you can use it on your vlogs. No, not on your vlogs. You can use it only if it's live. Only on live streams, and you will not have problems. I go to YouTube, I tell them, hey, you can do it on the content ID. I tell everybody, hey, when people use my song in live streams, no content ID. If I have 1,000 people using my songs, I make an additional 3,000. If I have 10,000 people using the same songs, I make an additional 30,000 per month. And this is an amazing idea. So his playlist is called, I think he didn't even produce the beat in the beginning. Yeah, Stream Beats. That's him. So he has lo-fi playlists. He has you see, he has house music, rock, dubs, ambient. These guys are genius. Electronic, hip hop, synthwave, Christmas, lo-fi, boom. And I think he has a ton of beats now. And if you think about it, I think he didn't even make the beats. I think he went on Fiverr and he took some ghost producers and he just paid them. And we can make beats. Everybody here watching, there's a lot of beat makers. Anybody can do this idea. It's nothing like crazy to do. All you need to do is have all your beats in a platform like Spotify, Apple Music, and you tell everybody, hey, you can use these beats. Boom. And I find this idea, that's a genius move, because streaming is the new thing. Streaming is the new black. Everybody and their mother are streaming. Everybody's streaming, and yeah, everybody would love to have music. And yeah, they are doing all these styles like lo-fi and etc. But there's no playlist of Kizomba music, for example. There's no playlist of Afro beats. There's no playlist of Afro house. There's no playlist of our stuff that you could tell streamers. There's a lot of African streamers or streamers like that are famous that they don't use music because they don't want to have problem. You contact these people and you tell them, hey, if you want to use my stream, as long as you play them on Spotify, it's all good. Or you have a radio show, you a dancer and you are dancing Kizomba live for people to watch. You can use my song, but you have to play them from Spotify. And then you see your numbers go on Spotify, your numbers grow. And yeah, he bought all the beats on Fiverr. Genius move, Mr. Harris Heller. So that's another way that you can make money from your beats. See what I mean? Or somebody else's beat, because now he has his own label. It's called Senpai Production, and he has now people that are his employees, and all they do is produce beats for him, and he puts everything under his name. So, for example, this is my house music name, Janamari, for example. I've been doing house music since 2003 or even before, since the 90s, right? I go to Fiverr, I give 500 euros to some guy to create 10 beats for me, and I have more catalog and I make more money from my catalog. You see what I mean? And I do albums like this. I do Ibiza 2021 and I put another 10 songs in there, and I can even produce 2 or 3. I don't care, and those people don't care, because this is the new marketplace. Actually, since we're talking about this, another way to make money as a beat maker as well is being a ghost writer, a ghost beat maker. You can make beats for other people, and they pay you to make beats for them. But that streaming idea is pure genius, and that's another way where you can make money. Anyway, and this ties to another one that I think, as if you become your own artist and you can create stuff, you also have to create playlists. Create playlists when you play your songs, and you can play other songs. So to give you an example again, on Spotify, I have a playlist called Urban Kids. So it's a playlist by me. I choose all the songs. I change them from time to time, and you see, I put my guys in my playlist. So I put Kaysha, I put Senex Beats, Angel City, that's me, Kaysha again, Miriam, Lil Maro, Malcolm Beats. How come Malcolm Beats is so far in there? I should put some Malcolm Beats higher in this. Let me see. What is the latest Malcolm Beats? The latest song from Malcolm Beats, here it is. Earthquake. I don't even listen because that's my boy. Boom. Put it in the playlist. Boom. And then I'm gonna put it in the top of the playlist. There you go. Let me remove 2 people because I like to keep it at 100 people. And now look, that's the playlist. It has and this playlist already have 700 people listening to this playlist. So that's 700 people every day. They come and they will listen to the new Earthquake by Malcolm Beats and the rest of the songs. So what I do in my playlist strategies, I put songs by my friends, songs I like from other people that I don't know, plus my own songs. So I try to put 33% of my songs, plus you see I put a lot of Malcolm Beats, I put a lot of Lil Maro, plus other people. It's an urban key, so I just find, look, DJ Ademar is here. Quality 2 from DJ Ademar. Let me see if DJ Ademar has anything new that came out for my urban keys. Al Cariba, I don't know if it's urban keys, but boom, I put it there. I don't care, that's my boy. Let me put him in 3rd position. Boom. Can remove that song. And there you go. And I have an Urban Keys playlist. I have my Kizomba playlist that is already at 8,500 people. So this generates a lot of streams. I have my Zouk playlist with 500 people. I got my Afro Beats with 2,000 people. I got my Com playlist with 7,000 people. I got my Amapiano playlist with almost 8,000 people. And in here, look, Kaysha and Bodhisattva, Keys Beats, that's my boy. And then all these people, I don't know them. And Diamantero, that's me. And this is a good way to generate money from your own music in playlists. And the fans, you know what I understand from watching my wife listen to music, I realized that my wife, she doesn't go and check for songs. She has all the songs that she likes and she just play them randomly. Or she go to a playlist, she types Kizomba, she finds a playlist and she puts play. And she's not like us. We're looking for the, we want to listen to the right song from the right. She doesn't care. She just comes, she put play. And most people, that's the way they listen to music nowadays. In a place where they can have every choice ever because there's 50 million choices, they let the algorithm choose for them. So if you have 8,000 people who trust my taste to give them the best Amapiano, well, I'm gonna give them my Amapiano as well. And what I do is I start creating Amapiano. In the beginning, I did the playlist, and I didn't have Amapiano, so I was just putting songs from other people. But because my Amapiano playlist became so popular, and artists send me email all the time, hey, can I be in your playlist? Can I pay you? I was like, no, I don't need payment. If I like your song, I put it. But what I start doing, I start creating Amapiano songs so I can put them in my playlist as well and generate streams and money from my own playlist. And what I'm doing now is that when there's an artist who asks me to be in my playlist, and if he has some good music and he tells me, hey, what do you need for me to be in your playlist? I tell them, yeah, I need a beat for free, or I want to do an exchange. I mean, I'm going to put your song in there, but I would love to do an exchange. Let's do a song together. Let me sing on one of your beats, and then I will put it on my playlist, so you will make money. And then you send me another song that I will keep. It will be mine, and I will do it. And this is a great way to discover new people to do exchanges. And I do exchanges with strangers all the time now. Every time there's a good beat maker who asks me to be in one of my playlists, I tell him, hey, let's do an exchange. Free beat for you, free beat for me, free singer for you. Boom. And then they realize that instead of making 5,000 streams, they make 20,000 because I have the power of my playlist. You see what I mean? I have this playlist called 80s House Music that has almost 5,000 people. Look, Kaysha and Jeff. And I use my songs in all my playlists. So this is also a great strategy in how to make money. And you see, today I created that new playlist called Club Shada. If I find it, there you go. I created that new playlist called Club Shada, and with just the song it's just the instrumental that I will play on this show now, and it just plays in the back. And it's a great way to make also people discover my other songs. And then you see, I have this plugin here that display the name of the song that is being played. Boom. Band is by Jana Mari. That's me. Thank you. Okay, next one. Is everybody still here? Because I've been talking for a long time by myself. What else do I have? Okay. Now we have touched most of the points. I don't want to keep you in for too long, so I'm gonna take the next 5 points and the next 4 points and turn them into just one. It's something that I realize when I have this conversation with a lot of artists, and it's something that they don't do because they are only interested in the short-term strategy. And it's the most important part of being a composer. Protect your intellectual rights. If you are in Portugal, go to SPA and you have to register your songs, because every time there's a stream on YouTube, every time there's a stream on Spotify, Apple Music, every time there's a play on the radio, every time there's a show of an artist that you did a song for, the venues pay. The venues pay the copyright, the collecting societies to use for the it's called a public performance or sync licensing. The same way, if your music play in a cinema because it's in a movie or in Netflix, there's always a percentage of the money that is generated, 8 to 10%, that goes to the composers and writers of a song. So if you are in Portugal, it's called the SPA. I had a conversation with Malcolm Beats. I had a conversation with Malcolm Beats 2 weeks ago, and I asked him, are you protecting your song? And he was like, oh, it's boring. I was like, yo, what's wrong with you? Go and protect everything. Not only because you need to be protected, because if tomorrow Beyonce use your beats and it's not protected, you fucked. But if somebody wants to use your beats, you are protected. But if somebody plays it on a TV show, plays it in the radio, plays it anywhere, there's money that is always generated by the Copyright Society. If there's a hotel, for example, a hotel that plays music in the back and they decide to play one of your songs because it's in a playlist on Spotify, they have to pay the SPA for the SPA is the Portuguese Sociedade e Produtor, SPA, Sociedade, whatever. It's something about authors, right? In France, we have the SACEM, which means the same thing, Société des auteurs et compositeurs et éditeurs de musique. That's SACEM. Portugal is SPA. UK is PRS. and every country has one. Brazil has two, Spain has a gema, etc., etc., etc. When you protect your songs in the collecting society, they collect. Let's say there's a hotel with a reception and they play music. Let's say the reception usually has, I don't know, 200 people passing by in the reception. They have to declare to the SPA, we have 200 people in our lobby and in the hotel at time where, and we play music. Okay, 200 people, you have to pay us every year 20,000 euros. They pay the 20,000 euros and they have to give them the playlist they play, or they have, in some places you even have automatic captors that will recognize the songs, but or most of the time you just send them the list of what you play. Every time you have music that plays on the radio, on TV, same thing. In movies, Netflix, same thing. If you compose a song, it means you make the melody, or you compose even the melody that the singer will do, or if you write the lyrics of a song, you are part of the intellectual rights of a song. And if you have your songs protected, then anytime your song plays somewhere, click, you make money. Back in 2 years ago, I worked on the album of a Portuguese Brazilian artist called Blaya, and I co-wrote some songs. I did the melodies and the flows of the raps of some songs. I think 7 songs in her album, and every time, and I did one song for Anselmo Ralph. Every time Anselmo Ralph does a concert and he plays my song, I make money. And if it's in a concert with like 5,000 people, they have to pay more. The venue has to pay for it when there's a festival, and they play in a lot of festivals. So you make a lot of. I think I made last year, just from my catalog plus the shows of Anselmo and Blaya, probably made just from these two artists 10,000 just from their shows. Not even, so imagine if the song I did for Anselmo goes in a novella, next year maybe I'll make 20,000 or 25,000. It's something that people, they think about it last, but this is one of the most important part. Protect your song, because you don't make money just from selling. You make money from 9,000 different points. You make money from, you can make money from radio, TV, movies. You can make money from so many different countries as well. And the more places your music arrive, and with the internet of today, it's so easy, the more this collecting society collect. And you might think that the collecting societies don't collect in places like YouTube. They do. YouTube has a system called Content ID that recognizes the songs, and it's not only just for when somebody uploads music. It's also for the collecting society. They know exactly when it's a song that they protect, and if you have a song, SPA is connected to YouTube. YouTube knows every song that is played on the system automatically. They know, and they know how much money it generates in total. A percentage of that money goes to SPA with the name of the songs and the whatever. And if you are the composer of that song as a beat maker, that's money for you. And when I arrived in Portugal, I've been on SACEM since '94, and then I left SACEM to go to the Portuguese SPA in 2016, I think, or something like that. And something that I realized when I arrived here was that nobody was registering their songs. And I was like, what's wrong with these people? And everybody was like, we don't care. We like the singers, they wanted to make money from the shows, and the beat makers, they wanted to make money from selling. And me, I was like, oh my God, these people don't realize where the real money is. Can you imagine that Nelson Freitas and we still probably make 200 euros each just from Deeper. Deeper came out in 2010 or 2008. I don't even know when it came out. Maybe even before, maybe 2006. We still make every month 200, 300 euros each because I have 50% of the song in intellectual rights. I have the composition and he has the writing. And every time the song plays somewhere, anywhere, in radios, there's 50% of the writing go to Boemasterma, which is the Dutch society where Nelson is a member, and there's the other 50% goes to the SPA in Portugal, and SPA pays me, Boemasterma pays Nelson, and sometimes I call him and say, yo, you still make money from Deeper? He's like, yep. And I'm like, yep. So if you make 200, I made 200 too, and that's amazing. And I don't. It's not just Deeper. It's Deeper. It's Rebound Chick. It's Close Your Eyes by Judge. It's Seu by Ciquad Pedro. It's what's the name? I never know how to say that name. Undadi Kipania, whatever, from Looney and Teal Dreams, that I have publishing of this song. Boom. Makes money. I have Blaya songs. I have songs by Ledes. I have Sumia songs, Elisio song, Melodia, One Love, Question My Heart, Fiona, etc. All these songs, all this catalog generates not only from the streams, but it also generates copyright money, because every time it streams, it generates copyright money. And look, I just paid 4,000 euros to take my family on holiday to Congo. And I was like, fuck, 4,000 euros, that's a lot of money still. But hey, we need the holidays. Listen, just at the end of my holidays, I received 4,000 euros from SPA. From what? Yeah, the usual suspects. Deeper, Rebound Chick, Medomina de Blaya, Jafouille d'Anselmo Ralph, and then a lot of other songs that I did. And it's never a lot of money. Sometimes it's gonna be like 70 euros from this, 50 euros from that, 5 euros from that. But because I have 400 songs that are registered, the total paid for my holidays. And I really didn't, I never know when they pay us. I know it's every 3 months, but I always forget. And boom, receive money from that. And there are a lot of places where you can register. And when you are a producer of your own music, there's also the GDA. Here is in Portugal, it's the GDA. In the US, it's called Sound Exchange. In France, it's called Spedidam. Those are other rights. You have the rights for it's the rights for performers. Let's say that you didn't compose a song, or you didn't write a song, but you are the one who sings, or you are the one who played the piano in a song. There's also rights for that. It's called Spedidam in France, it's called the GDA in Portugal, it's called the Sound Exchange in the US, and I don't know what's the name in the other countries. But if, for example, you play the conga in a song, then the GDA has money for you. Listen, when there was the pandemic, and a lot of people that are like, it's not a lot of money, whatever. Listen, during the pandemic, when everybody was crying because they were not making money, the GDA sent me every month a credit card just because I'm a member and I'm part of the, and they wanted, there was the government set a fund for artists. They sent me a credit card with 300 euros inside of it, just for groceries. They said, hey, this is the help we can do for artists. So because you are a member and you generate money here, here's 300 for you every month. Groceries. And everybody was like, oh my God, there's no more shows. What are we gonna do? Kaysha, help us. And I was like, well, and what I was doing, I was, receiving my grocery card and SPA, because I'm part of SPA as well. They told me, hey, last year you made, I don't remember how much I made, but let's say I made 10,000. Hey, last year you made 10,000 of copyright, or 15,000, I don't remember. We can give you an advance of half of it. We can give you 8,000. Yeah, that's 8,000 I think they wanted to give me. Yeah, we can give you 8,000 during the pandemic as an advance, because you generate that money more or less every year. You generate double, so we can give you that money. So imagine that with the GDA, I could pay all the food during the pandemic. And with the SPA, which is the intellectual rights, I could pay all my rent for the year. Almost. Why? Because I protect my songs. That's why when I was with Malcolm on the phone, and he was like, oh, I don't protect my song, I'm lazy. I was pissed. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? Go protect all your songs now. Yeah, but I have 100. I don't care. And yeah, he finally did. It's super important to, as a beat maker, and it's been 3 hours. I'm gonna check out in a bit, but it's important as a beat maker that you take care of all your business. It's not just beat maker. It could go for writers as well. Take care of your business. You never know. In 20 years, look, what's his name? Bruno Mars did a song in his last album, and he took a little bit of a melody from an old group from the 80s called Gap Band. And it's an amazing group. They sing. I love their song. But yeah, Gap Band now, they in their 60s. They I don't know if they still perform, but they're enjoying their grandkids, and they're just enjoying life, right? And the guys were chilling in their home. They're like, okay, we're done, career over, whatever. But Bruno Mars, when he released that song that was like, you know what song? That song generated $16 million of copyright money, because it was a hit worldwide, right? And because Gap Band, he used a bass line or something from one of their old songs that they did like 30 years ago. The two brothers, who are the composers of Gap Band, they are the leaders of the group, they receive $6 million for a song they did 40 years ago. So you might think, I don't care about protecting my songs. Who cares? I'm a little Kizomba beat maker or whatever I do, and there's no market for me. There's no money there. You don't know in 30 years. You don't know in 30 years if, when we are all in our 70s or 60s or 50s, depending on your age, you don't know the kids who are not born yet They're not even in the balls of their dads. Those kids, you don't know if one day they will be like, hey, Ralphie, I'm gonna do a version of that song. You don't know who's gonna be the Michael Jackson in 30 years. You don't know who's gonna be the next J Balvin, the next Bruno Mars, the next Beyonce. They're not born yet. But maybe one of those people will listen to your old song or your old beats. They're gonna be like, oh, Ellie's Boys. Oh, I like this song she did like back in the days. And they will do a new version, and maybe this will be a huge hit. And maybe you're already a grandparent, you're chilling with your grandkids, you don't care, you're 65. All this is behind you, and one day you receive from the collecting society, you receive 6 million because the Beyonce that is not born yet decide, oh fuck, I'm like, yo, there's this old song like, oh, but you know, from the 2000s, like, oh, that's like, we are in 2040 already, and there's this old song. I'm 60, 65, 67, and there's this old song from the old school. It's called One Love. I love this song. I got one love. Oh yeah. And they do a version. They do a version in Mars, or they do a version in whatever country, and it becomes huge in whatever platform that doesn't exist anymore, that has replaced the TikToks and the whatevers. And me, I'm 67. I receive a mail-in check of 6 million in Bitcoins. Cha-ching! So, yeah, I'm telling you, in resume, don't be a bitch. Don't be a motive about the market, because the market doesn't care. Sell beats, lease beats, do exchanges, do remixes. Try to be on the sync licensing stuff, and you can find some publishing companies that they're specialized in that. They have contact with the TV. If you give them a little bit of your publishing, 50% of your money, they will make sure that they generate money, because they're gonna have interest in your music being in those places. TV, like musical channels, Trace TV, Afro Music Channel, all these places, they need music. Netflix, documentaries, game. Be your own artist, super important. So you can be, you don't need singers to be on your beats, and you can actually leverage the fact that when you exchange a beat for somebody, you can also use them as well. Start your own stream beats, playlist that people can listen and generate money from that, and then sign, protect your song. Protect your song, super important. And my list is not exhaustive. There's a lot of other ways that you can have to generate money, but the list that I gave you is the list of all the ways in the last 25 years that I learned how to generate money. I remember in 1 year, I made 100,000 euros of copyright money from my album, Eligio album, Sumia's album, and ABG album. I made great year. It was 2004, 2005. I don't remember. A lot of money came. I was like, yo, SACEM, they put me as a honorific member, etc. And then 2 years after, I do one song for a group, and that song plays on TV, goes in movies, and I make 150,000 from one song. And I was not the singer. I was not even the producer. I just produced that beat in 5 minutes. And I wrote the song in 5 minutes for them. And explosion. And then I was like, Okay, the money is not where I thought. The money is not where I thought. Where all these guys are competing, the Nicoles, the Ali Angel, the Sumia, the Fanny, all these people, that's not where the money is. They're competing for the small money, actually. Everybody want to be in the club performing. Everybody's trying to sell their beats. That's not where the money is. The money is where you don't see. TV, movies, all these places. And some people, they have this on lock. They make sure that when there's a show like Secret Story or all these new shows that you see on Netflix. And you know, this changed me. I'm a person, you know, my wife, she hates going to the movies with me because I see business everywhere. I cannot just enjoy the movie. When I'm watching a movie and there's a song playing, I'm you know, she's watching the movie and I'm like, yo, you hear that song? Yo, the copyright money they're gonna make from that. And she was like, shut the fuck up, let me watch my movie. Because that's how I see the world. I don't see the world like the rest of people. I see the world, when I watch a movie, I listen to the music and I'm like, oh, who made that? Who made the music? Who's making money from that music? When I watch the news, I listen to the music in the beginning, in the back, and I'm like, oh, this seems like easy to do. I would love to do this. I see the world like this. Listen, when you listen, the ringtone from the iPhone, dang, 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 dang. You think the guy doesn't make money every time a new iPhone is printed? Makes money. I know because I made the Trace TV phone. And I know how much money I made from that and how much money I'm gonna make when all the copyrights come back from all the thing I did with Trace TV. And most people, they don't see the world like I see the world. They see the world as, yeah, simple things. They want to make quick money so they can pay the rent. Me, I understand that you can make money that will generate after you. When you pass this money to your kids, it keeps making money. And this is what you know, a lot of people tell me all the time, oh, we don't see you anymore. When do you come back? When do you make a new hit? I'm like, oh, idiots. I don't need it to make hits. I make more money today than when I used to make hits. I've been speaking for 3 hours and 26. And for 3 hours and 26, you've been hearing songs. And my playlist is of all these instrumentals that I did, not under the name Kaysha. I can talk another 1 hour and you will still not hear the same song. And all these songs, if somebody watched this video in 5 months and they're like, oh, hey, Lavish / Khashoggi, Diamantero, oh, interesting. They go on Spotify, they start playing. That's when I start making money. I'm on the long game. I'm placing mines everywhere. And those mines, they explode when they explode. And when you stop having a short-term mentality, that's when you start winning. That's when you can go through a whole pandemic and you're chilling because your money is working even when you stay at home. Every day I stay home, I make money. Because I make money from streams, because I make money from compositions, because I make money from the songs I wrote for other people, the songs I compose for other people, the songs that I put in TV shows, the songs that I put in music channels, the songs that I put in news channels, the songs that I put in video games, etc., etc. And more, what I want to do in the next 10 years is not focus on the Kaysha business in terms of Kaysha, the singer, performing in the clubs and state, etc. I leave this for the kids. I'm 47. I'm not interested in that. I did that before. I performed for hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands of people already. What I'm interested in for the next 10 years is how many songs I can place in TV series, movies, TV shows. Because that's where the money is. Oh, we need a trap song. I can do it. Oh, we need a 80s house music. I can do it. Oh, we need Amapiano. I can do it. We need Kizomba. I can do it like this without watching and without. Oh, we need Congolese rumba. I can do it. We need some Kizomba, but with a futuristic. I got a boy who can do it. Hello, Malcolm. I'm gonna put you in a series on Netflix, but we're gonna have a deal. You're gonna give me 50% of the rights because I'm gonna make you money, and that's where you can start generating money. Look, Sporting, Benfica, they have music. Somebody makes that music. The music that plays every time they come on the goal, all these things. We are the champion, all these things. Somebody makes money every time they play those songs because they have to pay rights. And a lot of people don't think about this. Games, sport, football stadiums, basketball courts. Everywhere that there's music playing, somebody gets paid. And your question that you have to ask yourself after today is, maybe it should be me. That was a masterclass for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, put some fires in the chat for this masterclass. I'm gonna have fun cutting them into small pieces. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was an interesting episode. I see that we had 500 people. Wow. Okay. I guess people enjoyed. That's so I'm happy. That's beautiful. Amazing. I still make about €1 pop from songs I wrote back in the 90s. Half of them I don't even remember. Exactly. Same for me. Gestão do direito dos artistas. Yep. GDA. Yeah. Cassava as well. Important information to show today. Yeah, today was one of those shows. What a fantastic knowledge transfer. Thank you so much. Yep. Exactly. Malcolm and I, we have a song that plays on Meo Sudwest. We have to register on I Love Kizomba show. Yeah, we have to register that song. Let's do it tomorrow, Malcolm. Call me and we have to check all the songs that we didn't register and we register everything. Why do you have different artist name, Kaysha? You ask me this on the next show. Ask me this Wednesday on the next show. And I will explain. Maybe I explained before somewhere. I'll find the link and I'll send you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, Nubian's Blog. We're gonna do. Il faut que je fasse un live en français. Je vais bientôt inviter des gens qui parlent français pour changer un peu et des gens qui parlent portugais aussi. And thank you for liking my new song with Mr. Nino. My pleasure, bro. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with a song it's a song by me actually, under the name Angel CD, and it's a song that is called Salads, and I love this song. So I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like if you didn't already. Share these to your socials. Make sure that you after the live, it would be amazing if when the live is over, you can just leave a comment under and to say how you liked it. That would help greatly with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much, and I will see you Wednesday. We have an amazing show coming with DJ Banzi. Peace.